What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. And we're actually streaming also on the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel tonight. Thanks, everybody that's jumped in. Sean, Front Row Productions, Jacob, Connor. I see you all. I see you all. What's going on? It's been about a week since I've done a watch party. So glad to jump on and talk some Canucks and Canadiens with you all. Hopefully the Vancouver Canucks can turn things around here. There's been some rough performances in the last few weeks. Again, we're streaming on the THPN YouTube channel and Canucks Weekly. So we'll get some comments coming in from both of those accounts on this one stream. It should be a fun one. Anybody that hasn't, please check out the Canucks Weekly. That's my other YouTube channel where I do my podcast. And actually, my co-host is going to jump on for the last little bit of the game. Typically, we do our podcast at 6 o'clock, but today, since the game's on, I figured I might as well just do a watch party and kind of roll it into that. So that's what we're going to do today. What's up, Tanel? Oh, it's you. Cool. How do you feel about your Canucks play so far? I don't think anybody's impressed with the Canucks play so far, to be quite honest with you. It's been a really rough start to the season. And, there's been a few wins in there, but, starting off the season 0-6, 0-7 was really rough. Losing to Nashville a few nights ago, that was a terrible one, blowing a 3-0 lead. Beat the Senators last night, but, it's the Ottawa Senators, not to take anything away from them, but they're not exactly in the top half of the league right now. So not a great start from the Vancouver Canucks. By the way, folks, hope my quality is okay right now. Like I said, I'm streaming to the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel and the THPN YouTube channel and our Facebook pages. So I'm hoping that doesn't, affect the quality at all. I'm kind of trying something new out right now. So hopefully that's all coming through fine. Again, thanks everybody that's jumped on. Really do appreciate it. For all those watching on THPN, subscribe to Canucks Weekly and vice versa. Sean saying, I think the Canucks, Blues, and Blue Jackets are tied for worst teams so far. Let me bring up the NHL standings and see who's at the bottom here. So Blue Jackets with 6 points right now. The Blues with 6 points. And hey, the Canucks have 11 points. The Ducks and the Sharks both have 9. So underneath the Canucks, at least in the Pacific Division. Our Caps no rougher than the Cap season so far. How are the Caps doing? Let's take a look at that, actually. How are the Caps doing right now? 14 points. Well, I mean, hey, that's better than the Canucks season so far. Better than the Canucks. Connor saying Columbus, St. Louis, and San Jose. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, San Jose, I don't see that team getting any better. I think they're probably going to get Connor Bedard if I was going to put money on anybody. Yeah, Jacob saying Jackets, Blues, and Ducks. Yeah, the Blue Jackets, unfortunately, they're another team that's kind of in that boat. I don't think adding Johnny Gaudreau is going to really make that much of a difference. I think it really made a difference as far as their future abilities, maybe to sign free agents. Just the fact that a big star like that signed in Columbus, but I don't see changes coming there. And St. Louis has really struggled so far this season. Jacob, hashtag Vegas born. How's Vegas doing this year? Let's take a look at them in the Western Conference. I mean, Vegas is right up top. They're 12-2 with 24 points in 14 games. Jacob, I got to give it to you. They're having a hell of a year. Jack Eichel's a hell of a player. So be interesting to see if they can keep up that pace. Again, folks, somebody, Jacob or Connor, is my quality okay? I'm kind of relying on you folks to be my producer tonight. Is my quality coming out as it normally does? Because, again, we're streaming on the Canucks Weekly and the THPN YouTube channel. Just want to make sure. But, again, thanks everybody that's joining me for tonight's watch party. I don't know if you can tell also or not, but last week I completely lost my voice. I was not feeling that great. So right now, struggling a little bit, but we're going to get through it. The raspiness might increase as the stream goes along. But Connor, thank you so much. Saying my quality's fine. Really appreciate it. Front Row Productions, Jacob, Andrew. I mean, what can I say? I have the best fans in the world. Best fans in the world here on the THPN YouTube channel. You guys are my producers. Like I said, I can always trust on the regulars here. Andrew saying, "How was your day today?" My day was I had an interesting day. Interesting day here at the Hockey Podcast Network. But overall, pretty good. Pretty good. Again, Vancouver Canucks struggling so far this season. Taking a look at the Canadiens, I mean, they're 6-6-1 on the season with 13 points. So the Canucks have 2 more points than the Canadiens. No, the Canucks have 2 fewer points than the Montreal Canadiens. So there you go. 2 teams that are kind of struggling right now to start the season. I think if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan, you kind of suspected this might happen. But I think the Vancouver Canucks so far not too pleased with their performance. We'll put it that way. Front Row Production saying, "I'm reminded every morning by Jacob with a friendly text message just how bad my team is, the Capitals, and how good his team is, the Vegas Golden Knights." John saying, "Can they make it 2 in a row?" Well, let's hope so. I mean, I think this team needs about 5-6 games in a row to really get back in the thick of it, to be in the hunt for the playoffs. They beat an Ottawa Senators team that's also struggling. So it'll be interesting to see what they do against this Montreal Canadiens team. The Canadiens are just coming off a win last night, by the way. So both of these teams coming off of a win. Did Montreal rob their horn from a car driven by a Karen? It's horrendous. Andrew, you got 4 likes. Well, there we go. 4 likes. That's what I like to see. Let's keep those numbers up. Everybody watching, just take 2 seconds. Really appreciate it if you give the video a like. Again, we're streaming on the THPN YouTube channel and the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel, trying to gain some sub on that channel. So everybody go check out the Canucks Weekly podcast. John saying they got a really good power play. Yeah, the Canucks, despite everything else, it seems going wrong this year, have a really good power play this year. I believe they were 3rd in the league as of last night. So great start. Great start for the power play from the Vancouver Canucks. Hopefully that translates into some better 5-on-5 play, and that could be the difference between winning some games here in the near future. I believe it's what do you call it? I guess Veterans Night at the Bell Center. The game, of course, is in Montreal right now. They're just doing a pregame ceremony here, ceremonial puck drop, and then we'll do the anthems, and the game will get started. Everybody, get your score predictions in for tonight's game. By the way, I don't think we've done that yet, so get your predictions in. I see we have some predictions already. Montreal 5-2, says Jacob. Sean saying Canadiens 5-3. All right, not a lot of love so far for the Vancouver Canucks in this one. Andrew saying 6-4. There we go. 6-4 for the Canucks, says Andrew. But the worst penalty kill, that's been the story so far for the Canucks, is the offense has kind of showed up, but the defense has not been there to support the team, to support Demko, Spencer Knight. John saying 4-3 Vancouver. There we go. Some love for the Vancouver Canucks. Front Row Productions saying 4-2 for Montreal. I'm missing all your comments. I don't think so. I got your 5-2 prediction. Here we go. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Riley with the pod point. All right, there we go. It's all good, Sean. It's all good. Hey, Jacob's a member, so I'm gonna throw up Jacob's comments no matter what. All right, folks, keep those predictions coming in. Again, hopefully my quality is fine tonight. Like I said, streaming two YouTube channels tonight, the Canucks Weekly and the THPN YouTube channel. So throw a like on both of those if you can. Like this video, then go to the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel and give the video there a like. Would really appreciate it. Again, we're trying to get some new subs for that channel. On a regular basis, we stream every Wednesday at 6 o'clock Pacific on the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel. But tonight, since there was a game, it was an early game, I figured I might as well do a watch party. I figured that might be more relevant than doing our podcast tonight. So that's what we're going to do. Jacob saying, even if I say your forehead is big. Is my forehead big? I don't think my forehead's that big. There we go, Sean. Hockey fight into chat. Yeah, the chat's pretty heated tonight. But that's what we like to see. We like to see the passion. There we go. They just dropped the puck for the ceremonial puck drop. About to get underway here in Montreal at the Bell Center. There we go. Veteran dropping the puck there for Veterans Night in Montreal. Yeah, it's November 11th, so Friday is Remembrance Day, at least up in Canada. Jacob saying, y'all mad my Knights are better than y'all's trash can looking team. There we go. Hey, I mean, as a Canucks fan, I don't really have much to defend myself with right now. Yeah, let's try and keep this Canucks Canadiens, I guess. Again, people get your predictions in for tonight's game. And again, appreciate everybody that's jumped on this live stream. Always such a fun time, watching the game with all you folks interacting. So let's keep it going. Keep those predictions coming in. Again, everybody, if you could check out the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel as well. And if you're watching on the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel, thank you very much. We're also streaming on the Hockey Podcast Network. Front Row Productions, Canadian holiday. Yes, it is a Canadian holiday on the 11th. So we will have the Friday off. Angus saying, hello, everyone. Do I need to put on my boxing gloves? The way the chat's going tonight, I mean, maybe it might be worthwhile to put on those boxing gloves, but it's been a fun stream so far. The game hasn't started yet. We're just doing the national anthems right now. A little bit delayed. They had a ceremony at the start of the game here in the Bell Center, but there we go. Tony, what's up? Thanks for jumping on, saying Canucks will win. Folks, keep those predictions coming in. Who do you think is going to win tonight? What do you think the score is going to be? Tony, thanks so much for jumping on tonight's stream. Front Row Productions, it's Veterans Day on the 11th in the States. Off with pay. There we go. Everybody getting the 11th off. Well, most of us, at least. Most of us. So there we go. Angus saying 2 Canadians and 1 for the Canucks. Hey, I mean, fair enough if you're going for the Canadiens, but I will say the Vancouver Canucks games have been high-scoring events. High-scoring events in the last week or so. Especially that Ottawa Senators game. A lot of goals scored in that one. Last 6 games been on a roll. There's been some good games and some bad games, I think, in the last 6 games. I don't know if you're talking about the Vancouver Canucks, but I think the Nashville game was a bit of a blemish on their somewhat good week, blowing that 3-0 lead. Angus works Veterans Day. There we go. 4 goals for the Canucks, says Tony. There we go. Canucks going to put in at least 4 goals. And you know what? I think that's a pretty safe bet. Again, the Vancouver Canucks have been scoring a lot of goals, but at the same time, they've been letting a lot in, which has been the problem. Discussed this before. The defense isn't up to snuff right now for this Vancouver Canucks team. Some good goaltending at Demko and Spencer Knight, but you need the defense to step it up. Tony's saying Horvat will score. Well, Horvat has been on an absolute tear. Yeah, Horvat has been something else. Let's look at the stats right now. Bo Horvat has 12 goals in 13 games. 12 goals in 13 games. I don't think we ever expected that kind of pace from Bo Horvat. Will he keep it up? Probably not, but man, he's off to a great start this season. Fair enough, Connor. Fair enough. Like I said, everyone here, at least in North America, get the 11th off. I'm not sure about overseas. And there we go. The game has started. Let me get the live stats up here for this game. Sportsnet kind of glitched there on me, by the way. That's where I'm watching the game right now. Let's get the stats up here for tonight's game. Montreal Canadiens, Vancouver Canucks. Again, thanks to everybody that's jumped on this live stream, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel, or the THPN YouTube channel. And already 30 seconds in, the Canucks with the delayed penalty. So it looks like the Montreal Canadiens are going to the power play. And, the Vancouver Canucks haven't had the best power or penalty kill, this season. So not a great start for the Vancouver Canucks. How about the Devils? How are the Devils doing this season? Let's take another look. Yeah, they're 10-3. I was actually at the Vancouver Canucks and New Jersey Devils game last week. And yeah, the New Jersey Devils look pretty good. They have some great young pieces, but they also have some veteran presence on that team. You know what? They could be dangerous moving forward. They really could be. Jacob, Bowen, Miller for Canucks, Cole with 2, and Suzuki with the Hattie. Yeah, I mean, Suzuki and Caulfield have been playing unreal so far. So they're the main offensive producers for this Canadian team. And there we go. It's a goal. That's what I said. Vancouver Canucks going on the penalty kill, not the best thing. And the Montreal Canadiens jump on it. 1-0 for the Canadiens. Just 1 minute into this hockey game. Tanner Pearson, by the way, with the penalty for the Vancouver Canucks. Andrew saying that's a bad start. Yeah, that's not a great start. Not a great start for the Vancouver Canucks. John saying they must stay out of the penalty box. Yeah, you mentioned earlier, not a good penalty kill. And yeah, this is the results of that. Who was that? Suzuki? That's Suzuki with the goal. There we go. Jacob's Pump saying, let's go. Big Canadiens fan here. Boom saying Sean Butcher. Wow. Again, not a great start. Not a great start for the Vancouver Canucks. 9th goal, by the way, for Suzuki. Great start to the season. 9 goals so far in 13 games. Demko had a nightmare there. Martin should be in goal. Was Martin not in net last game? So I don't think they want to put, the backup in for 2 games in a row and back-to-backs like this. So I think that's kind of why you would put Demko in net. But yeah, it's not a great start. You kind of did, Jacob. You kind of did. So there you go. Dylan, I'm sorry for the late update. Kuzmenko with a nice pass out front there. What's the late update? What's the late update, Andrew? In Britain, almost every city, town, village has some sort of Remembrance Day statue. There we go. There we go. Big deal here in Canada, obviously, as well. Connor saying, yeah, he was, but I'd rather he was because Demko's doing badly. Yeah, it hasn't been the best season, I guess, for Thatcher Demko. But it's just it's tough to lay it on the goaltender. It really is, especially when this defense is just not playing well. And to be honest, you look at this defense, I mean, can you really blame them? I mean, the pieces just aren't there. They just don't have the assets on the back end, to have a good defense. You need to make some trades or do something to bring in some other talents. I know they brought in Ethan Bear, which, we'll see if that really makes a difference at the end of the day. I don't think it's a huge deal. But yeah, you got to improve that defense if you're the Vancouver Canucks. Jacob saying trade Demko. I think if the Vancouver Canucks trade Demko, that would be the signal. Everybody, we're going into a rebuild. I think that's what would come of trading Demko. With another quick shot there from the Montreal Canadiens. Demko lets too many rebounds. Rebound control, definitely a big thing. There's still time for the Canucks to tie it up. Yeah, well, I mean, the game has just started. The game has just started. We're 3 minutes into this game, folks. It's already 1-0 though, for the Montreal Canadiens on a power play. Goal from Suzuki. Lagging a bit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my internet right now. I pay for the top of the line internet, and I'm getting crap. So I don't know what's going on there, Jacob. Thanks for the update, though. I do appreciate it. Don't worry, my biggest gripe with the defense, Myers was at fault as well for their goal. Yeah, you wonder if Tyler Myers is going to stick around for the season or not. It'll be an interesting one. Again, I apologize if my quality is a little bit low. I see StreamYard's telling me my quality is low. But you know what? I'm running the internet speed test on my side. I'm seeing that the internet's not good right now. I'm seeing it's not good, and I don't know why. Folks. I'm trying to assess it, on the fly here while I'm streaming, but there's not a whole lot I can do. I hope it's not too bad right now for you folks. I mean, if it keeps going like this and it's this bad, I mean, I might have to cut it if the quality is actually that bad. So I do apologize to everybody watching. Tell us. I'm telling you, I'm going to get on the phone. I'm going to switch over to Shaw. My end is good. You know what, Jacob? I've had good luck. I've had good luck so far with my internet. So this is the first time where it's actually lagged, and I haven't changed anything. Connor, is it Shaw Internet? They're like the Apple, the broadband. No, I'm with TELUS, actually. TELUS right now. So there we go. Sean saying, looks all good to me. Man, I'm starting to lose my voice already. This is getting rough. Only 4 minutes into the game, I'm already losing my voice. Kale saying, hi, I'm new and an Avs fan. I live in Colorado. Hey, what's up? Thanks so much for jumping on. We have a great Colorado Avalanche podcast on our network. Tell it Avs it is. You can check it out at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com. But yeah, thanks so much for jumping on. Thanks for being a new sub. Really do appreciate it. The Cams League, other than that, it's perfect. All right. It's fine, bro. Keep going. You have Starlink. I mean, how much is Starlink? I don't even know. Is it expensive? I subbed in the 2022 Stanley Cup is ours. There we go. Again, appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate everybody jumping on. Bullet Season saying, go Canadiens. All right, we have another one for the Canadiens. What's your score prediction, Bullet Season, for tonight's game? Let me know. Not to brag, but I have Citywide, which is better than Starlink and every other Wi-Fi. Front row, you support Elon. That automatically makes you a bigger clown than Jacob. It froze a bit. Good at the moment. Okay, well, hopefully we can keep this going. Again, I don't know what's going on, folks. Like, I seriously don't know. I don't have any other devices running in my house. I'm streaming the game, sure, but I was streaming the game and all the other live streams I'm done. The only difference, actually, I guess, is the time. Typically, I'm doing these streams at like 7 o'clock, but 4:30 start, early start for us Vancouver folks. 5-3 for the Canadiens, says Bullet Season. High scoring affair. 8 goals, says Bullet Season. Thanks so much for your score prediction. Where are you watching from? Again, all the new viewers, let me know where you're watching this game from, because we have people from all over. Angus is from St. Louis. I know that for a fact. Jacob is from Newfoundland, I believe. Nova Scotia. Jacob's all the way on the East Coast. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, Jacob. And if I am, I apologize. And Andrew's in Oakville, Ontario, I believe. Kale saying Canadiens playing pretty good this season. So I'm saying Canadiens will get 5 goals and the Canucks 3. There we go. Another 5-3 prediction for the Montreal Canadiens. Again, I really apologize. Again, if my quality isn't great this stream, I pay for the top of the line internet. This is what I'm speed test again right now, and it's crap. I don't know what's going on. Seriously, I'm gonna have to cancel my internet and change it because this is BS. Starlink satellites. I constantly see them looking through my telescope. 4-3 are the shots so far in favor of the Montreal Canadiens. We're now 7 minutes into this game, 13 minutes left in the third period. Oh, yeah, Sean's from Kentucky. I should have remembered that. Sean's watching from Kentucky. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. See, now I just did another internet speed test, and like my megabits per second are in the 300s. So I'm flying. I'm flying right now. But just a minute ago, I did it, and I was at like 10. So I don't know. I seriously don't know what's going on, folks. I do apologize. Kale saying my first time going to Ball Arena is at Tampa Bay Lightning, Colorado Avs, in the Avs Cup. And my first time at Ball Arena Game 6, it was a watch party. There we go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Always fun going to a game. I've never gone to a watch party in like a rink or anything, but you know what? Sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good time. There we go from St. Louis. Love it. Going to Avalanche game tomorrow. Predators and Avs. That should be a good one. That should be a fun one. Your internet problems could be due to your location. I mean, I live in South Surrey. I live in Vancouver, so I don't know, pretty densely populated area. I would assume the internet's not too spotty over here. Kale is getting an introduction to the live chat here on the GHBN YouTube channel. You got to expect that Jacob's going to be pumping up the tires for the Vegas Golden Knights. Jacob saying, Abs ain't win the cup this season. It's going to be Vegas. But Kale actually responds with, Jacob, I have a feeling Vegas will win the cup in 2024. So there we go. Some love for the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, commercial break. Again, later in this stream, later tonight, my co-host, Jack Friedman from the Canucks Weekly podcast, is probably going to jump on, finish off this live stream with us. Like I said, typically we would do our podcast recording for the Canucks Weekly on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Pacific. But since this game's still going to be going on, we figured, you know what? Let's just do a watch party. Let's do that tonight, straight on both channels, and call it a day. Jacob, Vegas should hire me as their hype man for games. There we go. There we go. Vegas front office, if you're watching. Jacob wants a job. Sean saying by 2024, Vegas will be a dumpster fire. Habs very much on top here so far in this game. Thanks, Connor, for your comment. Kale saying Canadians will win the Stanley Cup in 2023. I don't know if I can agree with that one. I think the Canadians are far removed from their Stanley Cup final appearance a couple of years ago. I think they got a few more years to go. Biggest Vegas fan in Canada. Vegas sucks anyway. Just kidding. They're a good team. Okay. That's hilarious. Front row. Sadly, I feel right now Caps won't win the cup this year so far. I mean, I don't know if anybody necessarily has the Caps for winning the cup this year. But, you know, that's the same story for when they actually won the cup. I mean, nobody had the Capitals as their favorite that year. And look what happened. Well, I guess nobody had the Vegas Golden Knights as a favorite either that year. What's up, Kale? What's up? Again, I sincerely hope I'm not lagging too much. I might have to take a commercial break and try and figure it out, but maybe I need to unplug and plug my router back in, but I can't do that. I can't do that while I'm doing the live stream. So something's going to have to change here. And there's a goal. There's a goal. It is 2-0. It is 2-0 for the Montreal Canadiens, folks. It looks like Sean Monahan might have scored that goal. Kale saying Ovi has 5 more years with the Capitals and he retires. Possibility. Bruce Boudreau is not happy about this goal. Let's see what he's complaining about. But I don't know if Sean Monahan got a piece of that. But either way, Montreal Canadiens are up 2-0. 8 minutes into this game. Sean Butcher's a goal. Yeah. Shots are 7-3 right now. In favor of the Montreal Canadiens, goals are 2-0 in favor of the Montreal Canadiens as well. Again, 11 minutes left in this third period, or in this first period, sorry. 2 quick goals to start off this game for the Montreal Canadiens. I see Jason on Facebook just put the sad face, probably a Vancouver Canucks fan, I'm assuming. Another goal. Tony saying, pull Demko now, send a message to get Spencer in there. Hey, you never know. Maybe they put Knight in for the second period. Do the goaltending switch in the intermission. It's happened before. See if that happens tonight. Habs are dominating this. Yeah, the Habs are dominating so far early on in this game. Not a great start for the Vancouver Canucks. Luke Schenn is just like bodying somebody to the ice. Surprised he didn't get a call there. Penalty Minute Fantasy League legend. I don't know who you're talking about, but Fazio, thanks for jumping on, buddy. Appreciate you jumping on the live stream as always. And again, everybody that's watching, please drop a like on the video. Let's get this to like 25 likes tonight. It's a low bar, but hey, let's get this video to 25 likes. Do you think Ovi beats Gretzky's goal record though? I think that's the big question here. Boudreau wasn't happy about that goal, and I actually don't quite know what he was displeased about. Again, I keep getting these notifications from StreamYard that my internet's not good. I'm gonna stop going on about this, but man, I don't know what's going on. I hope the quality is okay for you folks. I hate doing this and giving you poor quality. That's not what we're about here. So tell us. I'm gonna be on your case because this internet that I pay like over $100 a month for, or whatever I pay, unacceptable. What's going on here, folks? Kale, my name is Dylan. Thanks for jumping on again, buddy. And right here below, that's my Twitter handle if you want to give me a follow on Twitter. Ovi's mansion is like 5 miles from my house. There you go. Ovi's going to beat it, then retire. I mean, that's kind of what I think. I think that Ovi's not going to retire until he beats Gretzky's goal record, unless some crazy injury come up, concussions or whatever. But you know what? If I was to put money down, I'd say that Ovi beats his record. All right, folks, we're halfway through this first period. The internet has sabotaged me. My voice is starting to go, but we're gonna press on. We're gonna press on. Connor, my internet is failing. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. Yeah, everyone's saying I'm glitching. Man, I really do apologize. Pay out my ass for TELUS Internet. Pay out my ass so that I can put these streams on and not have it affect my streams. But it's not working right now. It's not working. Really sucks. Danil, I will say the playoffs will be different this season. The teams with hot starts could make the playoffs, and the teams that made the playoffs could miss the playoffs. Huh? Okay. This is so weird. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a commercial break, try and figure out something in the background here, folks. I'll be back in a minute. 3-0 now for the Montreal Canadiens. Okay, folks, my internet issues persist here. I went back and watched some of the video. Not happy right now. Not happy. No, I did not get kidnapped, Kale. But the Canadiens did score, so it is 3-0 now. What I'm gonna try and do here, see if I can do this, is I'm gonna reset my modem. So right now, as we speak, I'm kind of troubleshooting it right now. John's saying that shoots my prediction out of the water. Yeah, 3-0 right now. Early in this game. We're only 13 minutes into the game, and it's 3-0 for the Montreal Canadiens. So I'm basically logging into StreamYard with my phone, putting it on data. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is unplug my modem and see if that helps. See if that helps the internet issues. And then we'll try and figure it out. So I guess maybe in the intermission, maybe I'll try and do that. I think the internet might be okay right now. So let's just roll with this right now. I think the internet's okay. And as I say that, the internet craps out on me again. All right, I'm gonna have to reset. I'm gonna have to do something to try and fix this. God damn it, Alice, you've really let me down tonight. And you know what, Vancouver Canucks, you've let me down tonight as well. Already down 3-0, folks. I'm gonna get this sorted. Don't you worry. We will be back in just a moment. I'm gonna unplug my modem, and it'll only take a few minutes, but I'll be back. All right, let's see if this helps. I unplugged my router. I plugged it back in. Let's see if that helps. Hopefully, I don't continue to lag for you guys, because that's not what I want here. That's not what I want at all. John saying this really sucks. I'm gonna go root for Boston. All right then. And it will most likely go to the OT then shootout. We're playing where the Penguins inevitably win. Which game are you talking about? Who's playing the Penguins right now? Again, folks, I hope this internet connection is now improved. Now that I'm back, so let's hope that's all it took, was unplugging the router and plugging it back in. The most simple solution. Unbelievable, this stream. My apologies, Andrew. I'm glad it's looking good so far. Let's cross our fingers. Let's hope that the internet issues have been solved this stream. If it gets too bad, I mean, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do here, but 3-0 lead right now for the Montreal Canadiens. Again, my apologies. I mean, I've never had internet issues like this before with this service that I have. So trying to troubleshoot on the fly here. I don't have a producer or anything that's running it. I'm running it all myself. So you know, like I said, troubleshooting on the fly, trying to get it done for you folks. Neil just went to Puerto Rico, I think, for a vacation or something like that. I mean, he'll be on the channel eventually here, but he's been doing a lot of traveling the last month. He also went up to Toronto like 3-4 weeks ago. So yeah, he's been a busy guy. On my other channel, I got like 3 likes. Hey, that's better than nothing, folks. Please do me a favor, go to Canucks Weekly. Give myself give the video a like and subscribe to the Canucks Weekly YouTube channel as well. Neil's probably enjoying his wine somewhere. Pray for me. Yeah, thanks, Danelle. Appreciate it. Neil's drinking red wine. Yeah, Neil's drinking some good red wine in Puerto Rico, I want to say. Let me look at his Twitter account. He posted about it on his Twitter. Let me look. Where is Neil Villapiano right now? Puerto Rico. That's right, Puerto Rico. He left yesterday. As a die-hard New York sports fan for hockey in the New York metro area, all 3 teams have been okay. Average Rangers has not played so well, but look at the starts by the Islanders and Devils so far. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I watched the Devils live, that Vancouver Canucks, New Jersey Devils game about a week ago. Devils looked a lot better than the Canadiens. Kit Kat, please sponsor me. I mean, hey, Kit Kat, please sponsor me as well. Golden Knights, please sponsor me. 4 minutes left in the first period here. Again, 3-0 for the Montreal Canadiens. Not a great start if you're a Canucks fan. Fantastic start if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan. Again, you know what, folks? Maybe that was just the issue. Maybe all I needed to do was unplug my router and plug it back in because it seems to be working right now. I think. Tell me, folks, have I stalled or glitched or froze at all since coming back after that? Like I said, you guys are my producers. You guys are the guys, people letting me know if this stream's still going well. So I appreciate it. Puerto Rico. I mean, I'd love to be in Puerto Rico right now. Really would. Hey, Victoria, thanks for jumping on. Really do appreciate it. We've been having some internet issues tonight, so hopefully we've solved all those. Wi-Fi, yeah, looking smooth. All right, guys, thank you so much. Again, really do appreciate it. Andrew, it's Victoria, not Veronica. Close, but Kale saying, "Ow, I fell off my chair. It hurts so bad." Yeah, fell on your chair. Did you fall from? I don't know where you would fall from to land on your chair. Danelle, Puerto Rico, some good-looking woman. There you go. New York. I think I read this one, Danelle. I think I read this one. Yeah, that's a great question. How do you fall on your chair? Leppy's Gold, what's up? Thanks so much for jumping on this stream. Thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. Really do appreciate it. We'll have more watch parties on this channel. From not only just me, we'll have other hosts on the Hockey Podcast Network doing streams. I see you're a Montreal Canadiens fan, so go check out the hockeypodcastnetwork.com. We have a great, actually, we have 2 great Montreal Canadiens podcasts, the Habs Nightly podcast, and we also have the Canadiens Connection podcast. So that's my Wi-Fi because I'm also having Wi-Fi issues. Well, I think I've solved my Wi-Fi issues for now. So I think we're good. Andrew says I have to go. All right, see you later, Andrew. Although Andrew's been known to say I have to go, and then he sticks around the whole stream. So if you do in fact have to go, see you later, Andrew. But if not, we'll keep talking to you later on in the stream. Yeah, you know what? We're looking for a replacement Vegas podcast. So Jacob, if you listen to any Golden Knights podcasts that that you think we could snatch up and add to our roster at the Hockey Podcast Network, just let me know, buddy. Sean, there's a wildfire near me. When I went outside, I thought I was going to die because of all the smoke around. Yeah, wildfires are no joke. Living in BC, I mean, we deal with them quite a bit. Hey, Victoria, we have a Washington Capitals podcast already. So the Capster podcast, it's on our website again, thehockeypodcastnetwork.com. If you scroll kind of near the bottom, it's like a red logo. You'll see it on there. So we do have some Caps content. Out of the 7 Canadian teams, which do you think has the most pressure? I think it would be easy to say the Toronto Maple Leafs always kind of have the most pressure, being the biggest team. And, it's crazy in Montreal. In Toronto, sorry. And, they have Austin Matthews. They have all these great players, lots of expectations in the last few years. So I would say the most pressure is on the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Sens, I don't think there's pressure there. Canadiens, I don't think anyone's expecting a lot from them. Oilers, sure, there's some pressure. The Flames, coming off those trades. The Jets and the Canucks, maybe not so much. So I would say probably the Maple Leafs. But hey, Victoria, we have two Toronto Maple Leafs podcasts on our network, the Leafs Guy podcast and the Leafs Talk Forever podcast. So yeah, again, the hockeypodcastnetwork.com. Check it out. That's where we keep all of our podcasts. You can listen to them though on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. That's the end of the first period, folks. I'm going to send you a YouTube channel. Fine. They seem like a good podcast. There you go. Jacob, you're an absolute beauty. They have all teams podcasts on their website. That's correct. The hockeypodcastnetwork.com. All right, folks, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm super happy that the Wi-Fi has kind of sorted itself out here after unplugging the router. So I'm going to take a quick break. We will be back, though, with some more intermission talk. Keep the comments rolling in the live chat. Again, please like the video. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Then you can interact with us in the live chat. And let me know if you're a new sub, and let me know where you're watching this game from. I always love seeing how far our live streams reach. So I really do appreciate it. All right, folks, I will see you after the break. All right, folks. Thanks everybody for sticking around and toughing it out on this live stream. I know the quality to start out this stream wasn't the greatest, but I think we figured out I think we figured out the internet issues. So, from here on out, let's hope it's looking all right. Leppy, wow, these podcasts are great. There are so many. Yeah, we have a lot of podcasts on our network. Our biggest podcast is Tales with TR. Former Montreal Canadian, actually, Tales of TR, Terry Ryan. So check out that podcast. Connor saying yet again the defense is in shambles. Yeah. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, it's not really a game to game basis at this point. It's just this is what the defense is for the Vancouver Canucks. It's absolutely in shambles. Hey, Rainiel, what's up? Regular on this channel, Rainiel Soto, jumping on. Thanks so much for jumping on the stream. If you have a second, please give the video a like. Would appreciate it. Call me Chun Li. Thanks so much for jumping on the stream. Also, really do appreciate it. Love our regulars jumping on the stream and all of our new viewers too. Leppy's Gold, Kale saying sponsor me. I don't know if I'm the guy to sponsor you. I mean, I myself am looking for sponsors. DraftKings is one sponsor, but we need more. So yeah, I don't know if I'm the guy. Jack just got home. What is this 3-0 after one? I'll def join you for the third. Yeah, Jack Friedman's going to join me for the third period, folks. My co-host on the Canucks Weekly podcast. So Jack will be joining me for the third period. Rather than doing our podcast tonight, we figured we would do a watch party. Since the Montreal Canadiens and Vancouver Canucks game started so early, it kind of conflicted with our podcast recording time. So we said, you know what? Let's just do a watch party tonight and call it a day. Jack, thanks for jumping on, buddy. I will see you later on. I've had some crazy internet issues so far on this live stream, but I unplugged and plugged my router back in, and it seems to have fixed things. So hopefully when you jump on, everything's good. Sean just had to comment here real quick. Okay, well, is that it? Is that it? Okay. Rainiel saying 4-5. What 4-5 for the Canadiens or for the Canucks? Oh, I just got a message, by the way. We might have someone else joining the live stream, which would be awesome. We nothing definite, but we might have someone else jumping on. No comment on the refs. So what's going on? Let me know. Let me know. They've taken a break, as far as I know right now. So, we're hoping we can get some more Vegas Golden Knights content because we loved having them. All the guys just were busy and whatnot. So, that's where we're at. Pearson, I mean, I've got to be honest. I think I missed that call. I know Pearson did get a penalty to start off this game 1 minute in. Don't know exactly what happened with that one. Yo, Rainiel, I see you. I see you commenting, yo, yo, yo. The Evander Kane injury was scary. Yeah, that was a scary injury. And I can't stand seeing things like that. And I could only imagine being him in that position, getting like skated over on your wrist. And oh man, I saw that once and that was enough for me. I was done with that. Despite Miller being a point a game, he's -4. We need better from him. Yeah, I mean, He's put up the points, but has he actually looked good this season? In my opinion, no. All right, I'll stop. See the Slavkovsky suspension. I actually haven't seen it. I need to look into that one. I feel like super behind Chun-Li, but don't stop though. Keep the comments rolling in. That's not what I meant whatsoever. Mm, Montreal Canadiens 4-5. It's still not clear what your score prediction is for tonight. Uh, man, this has been a fun watch party. This has been this has been an interesting one. I'm glad that we figured out the internet issues. At least I think we have. So thanks everybody for jumping on this live watch party and hanging around with me and watching this Vancouver Canucks and Montreal Canadiens game. Looks like it's going to be a high-scoring affair. Already 3 goals in the first from the Montreal Canadiens. Again, Jack Friedman's going to jump on in the third period. Talk some Canucks. Maybe the score is different by then. Who knows? I pulled a 99 overall Devon Taves today. I don't know what that means, Jacob. 3-0. Again, 3-0 so far in this game. It's been an interesting stream, like I said before. Anybody that's watching, help support our channel. Sign up for DraftKings. It's down below. The link is in the description. Sign up for DraftKings with promo code THPN. Great offers. Help support this channel. Helps keep us on air and doing these watch parties. DraftKings, promo code THPN. Link is in the description. Every sign up means the world to us. So please, DraftKings, promo code THPN. There we go. Oh, and NHL 22. Jacob, call me old school, but all I do on NHL 22 is, be a GM mode or whatever they call it now. What do they call it? Franchise mode, maybe. But either way, I just do be a GM mode and then, play my buddies and shell, like do a tournament or whatever. But that's all I do with NHL. So I got to be honest, I'm not like the biggest Chell nerd out there. Sean saying, I dislike EA, but still manage to spend my own money on NHL 23. Is NHL 23 any good? Do I bother picking it up or do I wait for NHL 24? I'm going to let you guys tell me because you guys probably game a lot more than I do. But I still like having the latest game just because when you play like be a GM mode or something, you get to know the teams a lot better. Obviously you don't go based off the NHL rankings, but hey, when you see a player's like 85, 86, and maybe you didn't know much about them in the past, you might pay more attention to a player. I do think it's interesting. And that's where I actually learned a lot about the game. I feel, growing up, just playing be a GM. I would wait. NHL 23 is literally NHL 22, just with more animations. It's the same as NHL 22. Okay, fair enough. I play that and also be a pro. Yeah, I played be a pro a little bit. It is fun. Refs keep throwing out Canucks centers out of faceoffs and very light call, and Pearson cost us 2 goals. Yeah, Bruce Boudreau was actually not happy. I believe it was the second Montreal Canadiens goal. Miller was kicked out of the faceoff dot, and again, it seemed like a weak call, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Hopefully they don't kick Bo Horvat out of the faceoff dot, because if they do, the Canucks don't have a chance of winning any faceoffs. He's been their main guy. Just looking at the out of town scoreboard here right now, folks. 1-0 for the Florida Panthers over the Carolina Hurricanes in the second period. This is on NHL 23. Sean saying, and don't get me wrong, the new animations are pretty cool, just not $50 cool. Fair enough. Jacob, I broke the goal record in 5 seasons. There we go. That's awesome. just stacking up those goals. Again, folks, last week I completely lost my voice, getting over some sort of cold or sickness, and no, I'm starting to feel my voice go right now. So I apologize if my voice gets a bit raspy. Or when Jack jumps on, I ask him to do all the talking and I just chill. We'll see. If Jack's watching right now, he's like, fuck, I'm not doing that. Call me Chun Li. I used to play EA SHL a lot in the older shells. Might get into it this year. Yeah, I never really got into that. So again, I don't really know what I'm talking about there. Be a GM mode is that's my bread and butter, you know? And I get wrecked online when I play anyway, so what's the point? Jacob, I had 126 goals in my rookie season and didn't win the Calder. Explain, please. I got no answers for you there, buddy. I got no answers. 126 goals. Man, you should win the Art Ross, the Hart, and the Calder at that point. So that's a rough one. Jack saying we used to grind PGM hard. Yeah, I mean, Jack, buddy, growing up, we played a lot of NHL together. So a lot of BGM, a lot of sim leagues. I don't know if anyone here knows what a sim league is. It's basically like a forum-based website where everyone's assigned a team, and you're the GM of that team, just like be a GM, but you're playing with actual people, right? So everyone's assigned a team. There's one guy that's the simulator. He goes on his Xbox and sims the games and updates the trades when everyone makes trades. It was a crazy time. It was a crazy time doing those sim leagues. My NHL server. All right. But yeah, Jack, be a GM. We used to go hard in the paint for being a GM. Again, Vancouver Canucks fans, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's a 3-0. You're down right now. Montreal Canadiens have really controlled this game. They really have. And unfortunately, I mean, the Vancouver Canucks, it seems that their strongest periods have been the early periods. At least early in this season, the third period hasn't been that strong. So Discord server, there we go. I don't know which Discord that is, but there we go. I mean, I'm not on Discord. Sorry. I'm an old man. All right, folks, it looks like we're about to get underway here in the second period. I'm going to take a quick break. Again, I might take a couple more breaks throughout this stream just to save my voice. I mean, having a minute break means a lot. So yeah, I'm going to take a break. On the other side, second period action. Let's go. All right, folks, second period action, minute and a half into the second period. 3-0 for the Montreal Canadiens over the Vancouver Canucks. Again, thanks everybody for jumping on. If you're a new subscriber, comment where you're watching this from. I'll give you a shout out in the live chat. John saying that puts my score prediction out. Yeah, I think a lot of people's score predictions are out the window early in this one with a 3-0 lead from the Montreal Canadiens. Kale is saying, "Wait, then how old are you?" I'm nearing 30. 30 is right around the corner. So there we go. There we go. Again, thanks everybody for watching. Really do appreciate it. Give a like on the video. Means a lot. Keep your score predictions coming in. I mean, as the game changes, let's see where people's heads are at. Let's see what their predictions are. There we go. Just like Chun Li saying, I'm predicting 6-5 Canucks. Fuck it. There we go. It's 3-0 right now for the Canadiens. But call me Chun Li thinks the Canucks are going to rally back, put 6 in behind Jake Allen to make it 6-5. There we go. There, where you're watching from, Nanaimo, says John Kaiser, just across the Georgia Strait from me. Of course, I'm born and raised in Nanaimo. Penguins are up 1-0 against the Caps. Yeah, maybe I'll bring an out of town scoreboard. Out of town scoreboard up so I can kind of keep track of the other games going on. There's only 3 games going on tonight. If this schedule is right. Yeah, there's 4 games actually. So end of the second period, Panthers are up 1-0 over the Hurricanes. In the second period, about halfway through, the Penguins are up 1-0 over the Caps. Of course, this game 3-0 for the Canadiens, and the Wild and Ducks play tonight at 7:00 Pacific. There you go. Sean saying, Nashville did it to the Nucks, so the Nucks can do it to the Habs. Is that true, though? Do you really think that the Canucks can come back after a 3-0 deficit? I'm not sure. I don't think that the play that I've seen so far reads a comeback for me. So this it'll be interesting to see if the Canucks can rally back in the second period or if they have a really strong third period, I suppose. Again, folks, I'm so glad that I figured out my internet issues. Again, all it took was unplugging the router and plugging it back in. So glad I got that sorted out. All right, like I said, folks, this is just been an interesting night. Later in this game, in the third period, my buddy Jack Friedman is going to join from the Canucks Weekly podcast. But soon, it looks like we're going to have someone else jumping in on this stream. I'll leave it as a bit of a surprise. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be a full house here for this watch party. Didn't expect this tonight, but that's awesome. Hey, Hot Take Hockey, what's good? Hey, everybody sub to Hot Take Hockey. Does great content on his channel. Going to be doing some watch parties on the THPN channel as well. Saying, give me a Canucks comeback, man. The way the Vancouver Canucks are playing right now, I could see the Canadiens doubling up and scoring 6 goals in this game. It has not looked good. Only 7 shots on net through a period and about 5 minutes. So hey, let's hope for a Canucks comeback. I'm not going to bank on it right now, though. Kale, Jesus Christ, man, calm down. Hot Take Hockey's an absolute legend in the hockey YouTuber space. So let's calm it down a little bit here, Kale. Oh, folks, I said that we might have somebody joining the stream. And I'm just looking in StreamYard right now, and it looks like the legend himself has joined us tonight for this live watch party. Bayou Benders. Bayou, what's going on, buddy? It's been a while.
What's up, man? I wouldn't go as far as legend, but I appreciate that. That
Look
was
at
really
that
nice.
beard. That beard is legendary. So I will refer to you as
I
legend.
have to hide it. I have to hide it at work. It's supposed to be like this length. So and
Can't have that.
we're deep past that. Yeah. When I think I hit the year mark, I'll feel like I could be a spy. Like I can put that on the resume.
Love it. Man,
Capable
your
of hiding.
Canadiens are just absolutely beating up on my Vancouver Canucks right now. What happened, man? What's gone into this Canadiens team?
It is the Toffoli curse for the Vancouver Canucks.
It really is.
They're on a power play right now. This team, it's been fun. You know, we want to lose as a fan base, but it's tough to like want that when this team's just doing so good. It's been first couple of games were I don't want to say tough, but it is so enjoyable to watch now. Like we talked on Habs Nightly that we were a little concerned about splitting Doc and Monahan because we thought that was a great duo for two guys that could really lean on each other, as a center role. But having Doc on this first line, like I want him MIG welded to Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki. Like, don't change him. It's been unreal. I think this is one of our best trades in modern history for the Habs.
So that answers my question. I was going to ask you what the Canadiens fans are thinking of Kirby Dach, but apparently it's pretty clear. They seem to love him, and the production speaks for itself, I guess.
Loving it. I think it's crazy that. I guess it just proves like whoever you put next to Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki right now, as they're doing so good together, they're just gonna like elevate whoever's next to them, and it just so happens that Kirby Dach is clicking with them right now. But I think they could honestly do this with anybody. But then again, people would say that, we've tried this with multiple different guys and it didn't work, and Kirby Dach is something special, which I'm okay with that as well. But I just think that these two guys are elite, and they're reaching that status where fans outside of Canadiens, fandom, love them. Like if you were wise and got Cole Caulfield in like the 5th round of fantasy this year,
you're killing it.
You were on something. You hit the jackpot.
Yeah, absolutely. 40 seconds, by the way, left in this Montreal Canadiens power play. I don't know if my stream's ahead of you, Benders, or not, but right now I'm reading at about 35 seconds in the power play.
I got 17 seconds left. If something wild happens, I'll try to.
No, it's okay.
I'll hold it in.
Spoilers are fine on here. Sometimes my flash score in front of me changes scores before I've seen it on the screen, so I kind of fake react. I'm like, and it goes in, and then 10 seconds later, I see it go in.
But I mean, that also like prepares you a little bit, right? So it's like, sometimes you're looking at the feed. Sometimes you can keep your eyes on the game every now and then, but then all of a sudden you see it. So you're like, okay, now I'm going to watch this for fucking 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And if the goal pops up, you're fucking crisp. You're ready for it.
No, 100%. I agree. 100%.
It's a good cheat sheet.
Coming from the pro. By the way, Benders, give a shout out to your podcast for everybody watching.
Absolutely. If there's any Habs fans out there, or Suzuki stands or Caulfield fans and shit, go check out Habs Nightly. It's if you're on Twitter, at Habs Nightly. Myself is at Bayou Benders. We got my co-host is in fucking medical school right now, so I can't tell you every episode. New episodes Monday and Thursday, but we do provide 2 a week. And we're trying our best to keep it, on a consistent day. But we do go off the rails every now and then. But it is a fun Habs hockey community. It's been going strong for four seasons now.
Yeah, I mean, Mason, your co-host, like you said, going to med school. I mean, that's gonna be hard juggling a podcast while you're going to med school. I don't envy that guy right now.
Crazy. When we first met, he was going to school for sports journalism, and COVID hit, and now he's doing med stuff. And I went to community college. I got 96 credits at community college. I was mailed a diploma. So I don't know what he's going through. I just know college life. That's it. But the struggle of someone of that caliber, I have no idea, and I don't envy it, like you said.
Yeah, I mean the smart guys go to where the money is, and then there's guys like us that stick around and do media. So I mean,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
honestly, I wish I would have gotten a degree in media instead of
Yeah.
moving kegs for like the New Orleans Saints. I could be sitting in a suit that fits well in an air conditioned room, eating some pastelaia and just tweeting about how sad the team. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly, exactly. Kale saying "ho ho ho." I think maybe referring to your beard.
Absolutely. New Orleans people or people. Maybe I'll set up a some type of fucking link online. I'm trying to get in the Santa Claus game. Just a little pull of frost on the beard during Christmas. And I mean, dude, some of these people are making bank. I could use
Oh
some
yeah,
extra Christmas money. Just sitting down,
100%.
have a little kid. Just take a picture with a child, like right here. Yeah, there's a camera. And get like $100. Fucking, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kale saying Bayou should be Santa because of his beard. Yeah, and like you
Oh,
said, I mean,
absolutely.
those guys are making bank, man. It's no joke, the Santa business. Like they don't mess around.
No, yeah, I'm trying to catch the mall circuit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just have like a nest egg during the Christmas season, and then it'll just pay for vacation so I can go to hockey teams. Like go to games.
I love it. Absolutely love it. John saying, do they pull Demko the next goal that they score? Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, the Canucks are playing back-to-backs, and that's why Spencer Knight's not playing tonight. But Demko hasn't had the greatest start to this game. It's tough to say. I think if the Canadiens score 2 more goals in this period, I think then Demko might be pulled. But I think right now, I think you have to stick with Demko.
As a Canucks fan, how are you feeling about this team? I had a little bit of I don't want to say I expected different because I don't want to like throw puns out there or anything like that. But like I almost drafted Thatcher Demko and a couple of guys on the team. They're still valuable in fantasy, but like I expected Thatcher Demko to come out with a little bit of a spark this year. Is it just like a locker room issue? You think it's an implosion of everything?
It's so hard to say. I mean, there's been rumors floating around that the culture is not great in the locker room, like you said. But I mean, coming into this year, I feel like the expectations were fairly high for this team. It seemed like, if the Canucks didn't make the playoffs, that would be a disappointment. And now we're looking at the Canucks like they're a bottom 5 team, which is an even bigger disappointment, especially after, signing JT Miller, signing, Ilya Mikheyev. You're basically saying to the fans that this is our team. We're building around this. We're expecting to make the playoffs, and they've absolutely fallen on their face. Like, it's, as Canucks fans, Canucks Nation is absolutely pissed off right now. By the way, folks, power play for the Montreal Canadiens. We're a minute 15 seconds into that one, unless they've already scored by you.
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet.
I'll give you a nice reaction if we can pull something together.
Love it. That's all I'm looking for. Fear, despair, nihilism, etc. is how Canucks fans are feeling. Yeah, that's my buddy Jack, and he actually might join us for the third period. I don't know how long you're going to stick around, but Jack's going to join us for the third, so we might have a full house here in the third period.
Nice. Yeah, I think my wife just got home, but I already told her I was going to jump on the live stream before I edit tonight. So I should be good to go. I'm surprised I'm actually off. Where this is kind of the biggest season for us down here in the South. Because of like the Pelicans and the Saints, and we just find any reason to like gather and drink in New Orleans. But I'm off, and I'm all for stream off, man. It's great.
Love it. Yeah, call me Chun Li saying, "What's your team?" The dude in the bottom.
Sick handle. I play
Yes.
E Honda when he's in the fucking games, but I support Montreal Canadiens. I was little. Oh, they almost scored just there. I have a Canadiens tattoo on above my left knee, and yeah, that's the team. I like to laugh because I have no close team. Closest team 7 hours away, so I have a couple of teams. We got a fight going on. Shit,
Oh man, I'm seeing that now. Sorry to interrupt, but man, that was almost another goal from the Habs. That was crazy what just went on there.
Holy shit! Now there's a little hugging going on.
Oh, little Demko's getting into it. Yeah, let's go. Demko getting pissed.
Let's get some fire, dude. Like I want both teams to play gritty, and I don't think Vancouver's too far away from from just like really like not accepting defeat, but like fuck it, dude. We're gonna play. Ooh, of course it's Brendan Gallagher. Let's go.
Yeah.
Gotta love him.
Yeah, John's saying at which point do they pull Demko? Maybe Demko is just trying to get kicked out of this game. Maybe he's done with it already. And he's like, you know what? Let me get a fighting major and just get kicked out.
If only you can get fighting points in fantasy for goalies, that'd be sick.
Oh, that'd be incredible. They should definitely double or triple those for goalies, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just seeing the replay now. Demko, not the. He's definitely not an experienced fighter based on what we just saw. But hey, I love the passion.
Like the School of Rock thing on the back of his his helmet.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, Chun-Li, Habs till I die. If I have to go like US, I'm gonna go like a Southern team, like like the Stars or Nat, something like Colorado's not Southern, like like Biz things. But I guess a Central Division team.
There you go. There you go.
Because I could catch those games every now and
then. Jack saying, I'm not sure this Canucks team can define gritty. There's a couple players. Yeah. Connor saying, not often Demko that gets this emotional. When he does, it's bad. Yeah, I guess you never really want to see a goalie this thrown off that he's trying to get in fights. So it might not be a good sign for Vancouver Canucks fans. Another power play for the Canadiens? Jesus Christ, boys.
They're showing Bruce on the bench, and he just looks like confused to be there.
He looks redder than the Montreal Canadiens jersey right now, to be honest. Like, he is not pleased.
Well, this would be a great game for us.
Yeah. Rocks Online, thanks so much for subscribing. I think you're a new subscriber to the channel. So appreciate you jumping on the live stream. Yeah,
this would be a sick opportunity for the Habs to kind of get the power play going, but we struggle, always have.
Hey, well, the Canucks penalty kill is one of the worst in the league, so this is the time. You're right.
I wish we could get it together, honestly. But I do like that we're taking strides away from like what you expected of the Canadiens for the past couple of years. Just shuffle it around until we get to Shea Weber and he blasts one in, or like I'm just happy like we're moving it and we have forwards that are taking that role as like I guess the quarterback of it. It's been nice.
What as a Montreal Canadiens fan and just based on what you've seen online and maybe interactions through your podcast, what are kind of the expectations for this Canadiens team this year? Is it we're okay kind of tanking for Connor Bedard, or is it what we want to actually compete here and maybe do something?
No, I don't think there's many teams that expect to be at the bottom that are like we want to compete. No, I think the fan base wants to try to get the lottery of Connor Bedard, but Mason said it best, and it's kind of like like the common thing you see on Habs Twitter and like Habs Reddit is we want the guys to compete at a level almost like Ottawa, where you get a lot of goals. You're getting the kids are getting great opportunities, a lot of minutes, a lot of offensive, experience being gained, high scoring games, failures in the back end. Like lose the games, like we had one a couple of days ago. Lose the game, get about 4 goals, give you guys the experience, let the composure and like the team camaraderie get that much better, and just keep losing.
And hey, you know what? Still play like entertaining hockey for the fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's I think after last season is when we were just like, this is bullshit. We can't take this. Fuck this. And then it was like, okay, well, we're in the sweepstakes. We're in the hunt. Oh my God, we have a high chance of getting 1 to 3. Mm-hmm. And now this year, it's like, we're not going to be that good. We've already went through this is unreal. What is happening? And we're now to let's just hope this team competes and it makes it fun. Like watching this team play right now has been fun as of late, win or lose, because you're just, I mean, I don't know if you listened or remembered or like just when the season started, everyone was laughing that we had Harris, Jack-Eye, and Gooley as, 3 of our main defensive members.
Right.
And
And guys most people probably haven't even heard of, to be honest.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of people like, that's hilarious. Like, look at how bad this team is. They've got rookie starting like this. This is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
This is and it's fun for the fan base because, like, fucking Arbor Jack-Eye is like the Disney Channel experience. Like, this is like you'll see a B-rated movie of like a story like this.
Right.
And like Peyton Gooley, like if he give a couple years, I'm already seeing people say Larry Robinson, and by God, if he's the second coming of Larry, even though Larry's not gone, we're not saying that, but to have someone on the Canadiens that could be considered Larry Robinson-esque is unreal. But these young kids have been great, and it just goes to show that in the little bit of time of despair last year, this team has turned into such a young team. I wouldn't be surprised if we're like the youngest team in the league, or at least, top 5. But it's been enjoyable.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like a lot of Vancouver Canucks fans, would kind of like to go the same route and do a rebuild like this, get a bunch of young guys, and just kind of roll with it that way. I think the Canadiens have a pretty promising future here. It might not be immediate; it might take a few years, but man, when they start clicking, when these young guys hit the roster, it's they're going to be a dangerous team.
No, I believe so too.
Connor's saying, do we really need those Bruce chants to happen at a time when things are not going well right now? It's unnecessary complacency. Here against the Senators last night, these people need to get with the times. I mean, there's nothing else to really cheer for in Vancouver, so I don't know. I don't mind the Bruce there it is chants. I think it's absolutely hilarious.
You're still doing
chanting
it?
for a coach.
That's hilarious. I didn't know y'all were still doing it. Mute the games because God, we don't need the background audio.
Yeah.
But that is hilarious. I know he doesn't like it. I know he kind of likes it. Like he seems like a guy that's just like,
deep down he loves it.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that's me.
Hey, that's me. That's awesome. RJ with the out of town scoreboard saying Panthers are up 1-0 over the Hurricanes. There we go.
Oh, come on. Hopefully Verhage, or whatever his name is, how do you say it? Connor Verhage. Hopefully he's got some points. I had to put Evander Kane in IR and pick him up.
Man, that Kane injury, did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't see it, live. I saw a clip of it because my buddy's like, yeah, I guess your boy's fucking out, and I'm like, shit.
Man, I almost couldn't watch it. I hate that stuff.
I don't. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then look, it's no offense to Yahoo Fantasy, but that they were like, he's out, and it they were like suggesting it wasn't going to be long, and it's
right.
like bullshit. We need you to put him on IR so I can hurry up and put his ass in the slot and pick somebody up before the games tonight.
Exactly.
So yeah, I was stressed until about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Richie's jumping in the stream. What's up, buddy?
Richard!
Mr. Dick Flo. Love to see you in the live streams.
Whoa, man, what an era.
Yeah, what an era. Yeah, folks, check out the Sporty with Corey and Richie podcast covering the Arizona Coyotes. If you're into that kind of thing, Coyotes. You should, because they make an enjoyable team to watch, but an enjoyable podcast that takes it further. I am pro Arizona over here. Mason is not. And if you ever catch Corey Richie on the Habs Nightly show, or me on Sporty with Corey and Richie, she's throwing digs at Mason because he just talks mad shit, and he's never around. He's never around when we do content together. That's hilarious. Dylan's, I mean, we're not. This isn't censored here. Shame. This is YouTube. We can say what we want. We might get demonetized, but hell, we can say what we want. Well, look, we've come a long way. You remember when? Oh, let's go. Oh, another goal. Let's go. I think it's Mike Hoffman, folks. We're still willing to give away Mike Hoffman at this point.
He could be if you don't
There
get
you
him
go.
now, he could be a first round pick if you wait too long. Wow. Look at
4-0, folks, for the Montreal Canadiens. Hey, this is random, but they have RBC on the front of their jerseys. How did the Bank of Montreal not jump on this instead of RBC? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, look, I didn't even know what RBC was. I mean, look, I'm from the South. I didn't know what the shit that was. Mason went on a tirade. I was just mad that we had emblems on our sacred jersey. But I didn't know that was the Royal Bank of Canada.
Hey, Benders, a question I want to ask you. The ads on the boards, like the animated ones, the ones that they superimpose. What do you think about those? Have they been distracting for you, or have you not really noticed them so far?
Look, when it first like every now and so like I have ADHD pretty bad. And if you listen to my show, you'd know that because I change subjects like Terry Ryan, like just get off the rails pretty hard. When it first, like the beginning of the season, it happened. I felt like it happened a lot more than it does now. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like there's a longer time limit for them to stay where they are, and they actually don't shift until like the play's moving. But like every now and then, it'll go around the boards, and it'll freak me out as they're exiting a zone, and I'll just like look back. But it's not as noticeable anymore. In the beginning, I was pissed. Because like for people like me, like I know there's people even worse than me with it, but it's gotten a lot better, and I feel like they did listen to a lot of our woes about it and maybe have lengthened the time frame for them, or at least delayed it enough to where it's not happening as the play is like happening in front of it.
I agree. I think that was the most distracting part, was when the ads would change on camera while the guys were playing. Like, let's say you pan the camera all the way to the left. Okay, that's the time when you change all the ads on the right. So when it pans back, everything's changed. I saw a video a couple weeks ago where it's like a Toyota commercial, and there was a truck coming one way and the guy skating the other way, and it looked like a head-on collision, and people were like, holy shit, how is this not distracting?
Right. Yeah, and like one just happened, but it was like you said, it was as the play is transitioning the other way.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that now, because if it's like, imagine if it's like a big moment, like Connor McDavid's like blowing through all 5 of the Rangers, and it just clips, and now you're looking at the boards instead of an amazing play.
I agree. Call me Chun Li saying I'm going to head out. Can't watch this anymore. Yeah, big Canucks fan.
Sorry.
I mean, I can't blame you.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's tough.
If you want Mike Hoffman, you can have him. Until he came to the Canadiens, what a great guy for fantasy. It seemed like he could do it anywhere. He can do it here a little bit, but I was wrong. I was on the train for a while.
Connor saying, not going to lie, Dylan, I'm fearing now for the coach. I think he's had enough, and everyone's had enough. The team he worked so hard to build is collapsing around him. I mean, especially right now when you're watching a game and you're down 4-0, things like that really kind of settle in, and you start to see the cracks showing. I think for everyone right now, you're right, Connor. Everyone in Vancouver right now is a little bit fed up with how this team's playing. Boudreau, of course, he's fed up. But at the end of the day, I think it's down to management to make some trades, bring some new pieces in. It's clear that this group isn't working. It doesn't matter what head coach you have. But yeah, Canucks fans, Bruce Boudreau, I think everyone's sick and tired of the performance from the Vancouver Canucks.
That's unfortunate. How long has he been the coach? Is this two seasons?
No, it's not even a full year.
I feel like he hasn't had a lot of time to develop the team that he wants. But I don't think that really falls on the coach as much as it does like the GM and like the assistant GM. The coach is just there to like prepare the boys. And
yeah. Well, and here's the thing, Benders. When he joined the team last year, that's when the team really turned it around. They were on fire.
It was fucking unreal.
Yeah, so now you start the season with the same coach and really kind of the same roster, and things are kind of falling apart. I don't know if that says a lot about the coach. I think it says more about the roster that the Canucks are putting out. Kale, you keep asking me why I said dick. I don't even remember saying it. So, I mean, I don't know.
We used to be a very censored network.
Right. I remember right at the start.
Except for me, because I was terrible. I couldn't. It was too tough.
Yeah. Things have changed. Things have drastically changed. All right, folks, we have 4.5, 5 minutes left in this second period. Again, Benders, thanks so much for jumping on, buddy. Appreciate it.
No, man, thank you so much. I was like, you know what? Let me just reach out. I was so thankful to see someone was streaming the Canadiens, the Canadiens game. And honestly, I need to, I think I got about like maybe 3 weeks max of like our busy festival season down here. And once that's over, I think it's time that I start jumping in on these, even if it's just solo. These are fun.
No, they're a lot of fun.
I got to get a brand going like Neil.
Exactly. Neil has really made
baby.
Yeah, Neil's made a name for himself doing these watch parties. Every time I jump on, I always get people, "Where's Neil? When's Neil jumping on?" Neil's in Puerto Rico right now, by the way.
Is he really?
Soaking up the sun rays.
Just living off that paycheck.
Yeah, the YouTube paycheck. All right, Benders, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to leave up this comment, and you can kind of talk about this while I'm gone.
Okay, yeah. Go take a bathroom break. We'll keep censor that thing. Slavkovsky suspension. I had to work last night, so I didn't see, like, I didn't get to watch the game. I saw the replay. That's a dirty fucking hit. I know that they tried to, I guess, give the example that the Anderson hit was more like the what do you call it? Was more like that hit from of course I'm gonna fucking blank. Anyway, it's a tough hit. I think that Slavkovsky's was just as dangerous as Anderson's on Pietrangelo. I expected 2 games. I think he got 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. I'm okay with it. He's a young guy. He's a big guy. If you saw in the Minnesota game, someone tried to check him, and he actually like nonchalantly reverse hit him. So, I think that he's still understanding how powerful he is now, and I'm okay with the suspension. If it was against us, if it was one of my teammates, like it is, he's just got to learn that that's not an okay hit. The guy could have really got hurt. Face right into the boards. That's a tough one. So I'm okay with it.
Agree 100%. I missed it all, but I agree. Whatever Bender says goes.
It was a tough hit. It was a tough hit, but he's a young guy. He's got to learn that. I think he knows it. I think it wasn't like, I'm just gonna lay this fucking dude out, but it happens.
Canucks on the power play here. Let's see if they can get something going. Third best power play in the league right now for the Vancouver Canucks. So that's one positive for this team. By the way, Kale V1 in the live chat. If you keep it up, I'm gonna have to put you in a timeout. This is not the place. Not the place. Andrew B saying that's quick. Yeah, the bathroom is basically right out the door. So
I thought you meant like there was a goal. Like now I'm like,
oh no, is there a goal? No, still 4-0.
No, I see what you're saying. It was in regards to the bathroom.
Yeah. Andrew saying, Dylan, who is he? This is the Bayou. Oh, close one for the Vancouver Canucks. Almost put up their first goal. This is Bayou Benders from the Habs Nightly podcast. Go check out his podcast. There you go.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I don't do these enough. And if you're saying that based on just the ramblings, please forgive me. I'm pretty illiterate.
Andrew's a regular on this channel. He likes to know who's jumping on. He likes to vet them.
Andrew, I'm a veteran. I was a journeyman since season 1. Found a home with my favorite team, and I've been riding co-host and producer on the Habs Nightly Show since the end of season 1, the COVID year.
The COVID year when we first started this whole thing. Elias Patterson 3, hello. Thanks for jumping on, buddy. I'm sure you're not happy with the Canucks' performance so far, but either way, thanks for jumping on. Yeah, Benders, you're part of that small group of initial hosts on THPN that are still around. It's an exclusive group you're in.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting on like a nice. We have to figure out like a nice jacket, like a little blazer.
Okay.
We gotta get the old guy some clothes or something. I got my I got the US THPN shirt on right now.
Love it. That's awesome.
I gotta re-up. I've gone fishing in this thing too many times, so it's starting to get dry rotted a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I gotta go hit up the store again.
Hey, you keep doing these watch parties, you can afford all the t-shirts you want.
Yeah, I'll be like Neil, rocking the THPN shirt and some fucking sandals out in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, exactly. Andrew's a diehard Toronto fan for all sports, so I guess not a big Canadiens fan here.
That's okay, Andrew. I'm a fan of everybody. Even though I don't support the Leafs. I find their implosion pretty hilarious right now.
Yeah,
but I do have Sorokin in fantasy, and that is fucking killing me right now.
Elias Pettersson saying if Canucks lose, I'm not a Canucks fan anymore. I feel like there's every single game here, there's been a handful of Canucks fans that have felt like that. You know what? This is the last straw. But you know what? Elias Pettersson 3, I guarantee you, next time I do a Canucks live stream, you'll be back. You'll be back supporting the Canucks.
Look, you're here for the suffering. Like you gotta live through the suffering to like for when they're on their game for it to be that much more meaningful.
100%. You can't be like Vegas coming in 1 year and you're in the Stanley Cup Finals. No, that doesn't count. You need some pain. If you want to be a true hockey fan or sports fan in general, you need some pain. You really do.
Absolutely. Look, dude, the Canadiens have been, they were all right when I was getting out of high school, and since then they've been kind of. And I remember 2 years ago now, I remember fucking tearing up, calling Mason like, I can't believe we're going to the fucking Stanley Cup. This team's fucking trash. This is amazing.
This team's trash. That's awesome.
It's just a Cinderella season. I play fantasy. Who's that? Who posted
Call
that?
Me Chun-Li.
Call Me Chun-Li. Sticking around. I'm glad at least the banter's keeping you here instead of the game. But yes, yeah. I founded a fantasy league in New Orleans to try to get people to want to get interested into hockey. It's composed of a couple of my friends and people I've met working in the city when I worked at the bar, and it's fun. I think we're on we got to be close to almost maybe 8-9 years of playing, and then we're playing the THPN league.
Yep.
And I don't talk about how good I'm doing because I don't want to start fucking losing, but I've been having a fun season.
Love it. I mean, I need to get into fantasy a bit more. I just feel like I'm so busy. I'll just I'll just end up forgetting about it. That's what's always happened to me. And then my teams just tank. So yeah. Jacob says, Dylan, ask the guy on the bottom. It's Bayou Benders, by the way. Ask the guy on the bottom how the Montreal versus Knights game went.
It was a fun game. Okay. We put up some points and we lost. That's exactly what we want, Jacob.
Love it.
I would love to have Connor Bedard on this team.
All right, Benders. Well, that's the end of the second period. 4-0 for the Canadiens. Let's take a quick break. On the other side, we'll keep going with this banter. Thanks everybody that's commenting in the live chat. Connor, thank you for getting Andrew all wound up here. Andrew saying, don't get me started. I feel like we're going to have a fight here in the live chat. We better go to a break quickly here, Benders.
Well, let's take a break.
Let's take a break then. We'll see you folks in about 2 minutes. All right, folks. Second intermission talk. Heading into the third period, Canadians are up 4-0. 4-0 over the Vancouver Canucks. Been a rough one for the Canucks. Thanks for Benders. Thanks to Benders for joining me for this live stream. I'll throw him back here in the stream when he's back. Again, thanks everybody in the comment section. Oh, I see Benders is back already. We'll throw Benders back in the stream here. Andrew saying Vegas will not get a cup this year. All right, there we go.
They're doing great, but no.
And then Jacob follows up with it within 2 seconds saying, yes, we will. Big Vegas Golden Knights fan, Jacob. By the way, look at this guy's username, by the way. This guy, one
Jacob
of the biggest supporters.
THPN Jack Ike goal for MVP.
Legend. Absolute legend. Andrew saying so ugly game. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah. Victoria saying, what is the Caps and Canucks doing tonight is a good question. Well, what are the Canucks doing tonight? They're losing 4-0 to the Montreal Canadiens. And then the Capitals are down 3-0 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. And that's also at the end of the second period. There we go.
You need me to put a hat on, Jacob?
My eyes. It comes with the territory of having a bald head.
I got you.
You gotta have a good shine to it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and he puts on the Preds hat. How about that?
Yeah, I got hats all over the place going ball.
Pens dominating the Caps, says Victoria. Kale, I don't know where you're going with these comments, bro, but you're towing the line. You're towing the line here.
Wants a little milk, baby.
Got milk?
Isn't that Toronto's? Isn't it milk?
Oh yeah, I think it is. I think you're right, actually.
Maybe he's a Leafs fan.
Yeah, maybe Leafs fan. Andrew saying, Connor, what's your team? Connor says Canucks. Yeah, big Irish Canucks supporter here, Connor. So thanks for jumping on the live stream. Again, Benders, I think we have a few new people in this live stream, just based off the numbers. So give another shout out to the podcast that you host on the Hockey Podcast Network.
Yeah, Jacob loves it. I'm part of the Habs Nightly group. It's me and my co-host Mason Dixon, who you would think would be the Southerner with such a Southern name like that, but no. We have been doing the Montreal Canadiens for about 3.5 years on the Hockey Podcast Network, and a half because we took over like mid-season. But it's been fun. Yeah, if you guys give a fuck about the Habs, or maybe you like a cold call, you just really invested in listening to me ramble, you can listen to us. Put 2 episodes out a week. That's Habs Nightly, and you can find us on Twitter at Habs Nightly, myself at Bayou Benders, and you can listen to us wherever streaming is available.
There you go, folks. There you go. Where did I see? Danelle is like our resident jersey buff. This guy knows everything about jerseys, and he will ask you jersey questions. So
perfect. Actually, I saw a jersey question. If you check the chat a little ways up, it started. The chat kind of got wild, so I missed it. But there is a jersey question in there somewhere.
Okay,
I love jerseys, so we can always talk jerseys, bud.
Totally. I'll try and dig and try and find it, but whoever put that comment up, just comment again. We'll get into some jersey talk. But Danelle is saying yes, the Maple Leafs do have the milk ad on their jerseys. Nice. There you go. Kale saying they do milk.
They do milk.
They 100% do.
They're milking that fucking that goalie. Jesus, whatever. They don't have goalies. Fuck it.
I see where you were going with that one. It would have been good. Call me Chun Li saying rough game. All right, I'm gonna go cry now. Enjoy the rest of the game. Hey, thanks for jumping on. But you're a Canucks fan. You'll be back eventually. I'm a Canucks fan too. I know how it is. This team has been disappointing, but we're here for the pain. Exactly. Joe Louis last horn sounds like milk. All right. the milk conversation is really
It's actually Donnell that asked that. Awesome.
There you go. Donnell saying, hey, Dylan, would you get the Canucks reverse retro jersey? And for Bayou, would you get the Canadiens reverse retro? I'll go first quickly. Canucks, I've talked about this before. I like the reverse retro this year, so that's a thumbs up for me.
I love it. I love the Canucks one. I would buy that one before I bought the Canadiens. I loved 2 years ago 2020's reverse retro, and I am a fool for not getting it. This year's, it's a great concept, and I went into a long conversation on one of our episodes not that long ago about it. That I thought that if they were going to go this whole powder blue, and it was, to pay homage to the Expos, then they needed to do something more than just change the color of it.
Right.
I felt like it's just too plain. It's too Lou Lamoriello. I don't want to change anything. But if you're going to drastically change it to a powder blue, you need to have the balls to take the crest off and give us the Montreal and script like they did for the old Expos. Because honestly, there's nothing different. Who's going to buy that other than people that are fans of the Expos and like the color powder blue? It's the same jersey. It's just, it's this, not this one. It's the fucking Suzuki one behind me. Nothing's changed. A powder blue. I don't like white jerseys. I love this jersey. This is an amazing jersey, but I'll never wear it because I sweat too much. It stains fucking easy. And the powder blue one's going to do the same. The Canadiens had an opportunity to give us something brand new. Adidas is not coming back. This was their last cash grab. Why not give us something completely different? I think the people in charge of the Canadiens jersey for Adidas really shit the fucking bed. They could have gave us something legendary. They could have gave us something off the wall. This is the same fucking people that gave us the shitty candy cane one from back 2013 or whatever. No, it was maybe 2009. It's a bad fucking look, and it just shows that we're afraid to give the people what they want.
Yeah, I kind of agree. For me, like the reverse retros, this is the time for you guys to get creative. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And I feel like the Canadiens are scared of, meddling with the logo or even taking it off. But again, man, this is kind of for fun at the end of the day. This is for selling jerseys. This is giving the fans what they want. And like you said, taking the boring, easy route. That's not what the reverse retros are all about at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And you can wear it for one season. And by one season, like 6 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Go all out. Do something different. The Canadiens' biggest thing is that they're afraid of change. They don't want to mess with the crest. I get that. But this was an opportunity to do something that was it's just a blip. It's a blip in, the Canadiens' history. Why not? I agree. You're not going to lose fans by doing something different. Yeah, there's fucking diehards that are going to be like, this is an abomination. But so is the fucking powder blue. You should have just said 2.0. Guess what? Lou Lamoriello to the fucking max. Pull the fucking slot machine and just give us the blue ones again, because I fucking missed out because I didn't make enough money during COVID.
Yeah,
$300 fucking dollars.
Oh, it's crazy. I know, it's crazy. Jacob loves his Vegas Golden Knights jerseys that glow in the dark. Ooh. So there you go. Oh, I see Jax here in the StreamYard, but I see he's also eating dinner. So I don't know if he's ready to jump in or not. Jack, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I can see you in the background. Oh, he's giving me the thumbs up. There we go. Jack Freeman jumping in. Jack, how's it going, buddy?
Not bad. I'll mute myself as I eat.
Okay, good. This guy's a real professional.
Oh, yeah.
Professional.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, we can't miss out on the third period here. So even though it's dinner time, I'm going to jump on.
Yeah, we can't miss out on another Canucks blowout, right? So
good to meet you there, Bayou Benders.
You too, sir. What are we having for dinner?
Chili, my lovely wife made for me.
Oh, that sounds sick. It's not cold enough for chili down here yet. But
dude, it's cold here, man.
Chili's icy. Fantastic. 86 degrees today. You want to trade?
I have no idea what that means in Celsius.
Let's look
minus 35.
Oh,
well, no, I don't mean like that. I mean like whatever you got. Plus 35, it's minus 35 for me. I don't know. Look, I'm not a teacher because I'm not good at math.
Wait, it's 30 degrees Celsius? Wait, you said 86?
86. It's like a cool breeze for y'all, right?
Jesus.
30 degrees Celsius is like the heat of the depths of hell.
Yeah.
Oh, well, perfect. That's where I live, and it's humid, 100% humidity all the time.
Damn. Wow.
Danelle saying, who is this DJC Friedman?
Hello.
Co-host of the Canucks Weekly podcast with myself. Everyone's asking, who's this Jack guy? Where are you from? Jack, where are you from?
I'm from Nanaimo. Me and Dylan grew up together. Nice. Longtime friends.
Yeah, we've known each other since we were like, what, 6 or 7 years old?
Yeah, grade 1, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. We went to the Stanley Cup Finals 2011, Vancouver Canucks. We were downtown in Vancouver when that all went down. We didn't partake in the riots, of course. We got the hell out of there. First cab we saw, Dodge Caravan. We hopped in that bitch and got out of there.
Yeah. Gotta have another podcast on that topic at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely have seen photos of a young Dylan Kaiser pushing a car over.
Or lighting the cop car on fire or whatever. Bender's like, I don't know if you heard the stories out of that, but the cops here went nuts. They were relentless and they hunted these people down for a solid decade. I'm not even kidding. Like, even recently there's been people that have been charged with what happened in the Vancouver riots. So it was one of those
local news. It still pops up like
oh yeah, 100%.
Wow.
A few people lost scholarships, people were kicked out of places. It was a big mess.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Honestly, as they should. That was a little fuck crazy.
Do I like the Canucks, Danelle? Oh, the reverse retro jersey. Is that the one with
Johnny Canuck?
Johnny Canuck. Yeah. You know what? I do like the retro feel of it. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's the way that they used to sew the patches on. It looks handmade, and I do like that about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the color scheme especially. I do like that color scheme. Johnny Canuck logo particularly. Look, my opinion on logos generally is that kids should be able to draw them. So while I like the Johnny Canuck logo, it's just not simple enough for like a day-to-day logo for me personally. That's why I rock this one. I think this is the best one. While it is a little boring, I think it fits in with the original 6 logos, and I think that's the standard you should try to meet.
God, you must have loved Anaheim's last year.
Oh man,
no, 2020.
Which one was that?
That's the full on like comic book. The duck goalie bursting out the ice.
Looks like his fist up in the air and he's like shooting up.
I don't know if I even saw that one.
Yeah, go look it up.
That one was brutal.
You said reverse retro?
Yeah, 2020 for Anaheim. It was. I'm trying to think of his name. Something. Damn.
It's not Darkwing Duck. That's a different cartoon.
No, pretty close.
Yeah, I forget. But yeah, that's a bit much for sure. That doesn't look reverse retro. That looks more postmodern.
Let's get to the comments here. We got a few in the live chat. Oh, hey, Starcastic Remarks, our Dallas Stars podcast jumping in the live chat. Sick. What's going on?
I'm actually I won't be seeing them unless they go, but I'm going to my first NHL game this year because I work so much. I'm actually going to Dallas to see the Stars play the Wild. So
hell yeah,
I'm excited.
That's awesome. Man,
30 years old, first game. It's gonna be nuts,
dude. That's gonna be
that
sick.
Is exciting.
Yeah, going to an NHL game and like watching it on TV, it's just two completely different things.
Oh, nothing beats it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that's a little jarring is that there's no play-by-play announcer, so you got to like really look for the jersey names.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, make sure you get a good seat for that.
Some people are crazy, man. They'll get it on their phone. They'll listen with headphones to the play-by-play when they're at the arena and watch it. I don't personally do that. I think that's nuts, but hey, some people can do it. Starcastic saying, question for everyone: which team are you most surprised about so far this season?
The Canucks.
For how bad they've been. Yeah, I guess you could say the Canucks.
Man, we had our hopes high, and we've just been absolutely dashed against the rocks here. Like it's been a grind.
Buffalo,
Jacob,
and honestly, Boston. I really didn't think Boston was going to be worth the fuck. Like, their stars basically were supposed to be out for 6 months. Confusion with goaltenders. I didn't give them much. Oh wow, that was almost a goal. I didn't give them much thought, and I'm very surprised with a franchise breaking 10-1 start.
Yeah. No, for me, it's probably the New Jersey Devils. And by the way, folks, third period just started
how did
here.
I forget that?
Quick shot from Montreal Canadiens. Shots are 24-18 right now in favor of the Habs. For me, most surprising team, either the Islanders or the New Jersey Devils. Devils were pretty low in the standings last year, and they've really picked it up this year. I think they're going to be something. So that would be my choice.
What's another one for me is I saw a stat today. The St. Louis Blues have lost 8 straight in regulation. And that's surprising to me because they've been just absolutely down in the dumps ever since they won the cup. So yeah, that's a big one for me. And you know what? Thanks. Look, Canucks aren't at the bottom of the standings anymore. So
I'm all about it.
I think you're right though, Dylan. The correct answer is, honestly, if I would have put more thought into it, it is New Jersey. They've what a start. And St. Louis, like you said, they have been struggling since winning the cup. But last year, I don't know what really changed. I haven't followed them that well, but that team was pretty fucking good. And maybe it's just losing Billy Husso and not really having someone to help Jordan Binnington right now. It looks tough for them. That team is aging badly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Andrew saying, Dylan, I like you a lot. Then Bison and Jack is my man. There we go.
Bison.
I think he meant Benders.
Bison, I like that.
Danelle, Benders, I told you Danelle was going to come at you with the jersey question. So here we go. I love it. Saying, Jack and Bayou, what was your favorite reverse retro jerseys 2.0? And what was your least favorite reverse retro 2.0?
I'm gonna relook at them right now.
I'm going to do the same, but off the top of my head, I do remember that the Chicago and Detroit ones were just the word.
Awful.
And, it's just boring as all hell. I'm not even when the Canucks had Vancouver as part of their jersey, I wasn't a fan of that. So yeah, it's just boring. But I'm looking at them now. I do like just looking at them here. I like that old New York Rangers logo. I like that old Capitals logo. I like the California Golden Seals sculler scheme for the Minnesota Wild there. That's pretty cool. I can't say I'm a fan of the Fisherman logo. That one's just weird.
For me, the one that everybody seemed to absolutely love and they just went crazy about it, but I wasn't so sure of, was the Florida Panthers. I don't know what you guys thought about that one, but I thought it was a bit odd. I don't know.
Look, I'm gonna just take the reins for a second. That's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
It's so different, and I think maybe it's because how I went on that rant about ours. It's so different. It's so just throw it out there. Who gives a fuck? You'll never see it again. It's a blip in the radar. It is the epitome of just put out something fucking unique. It was a shoulder patch, and I love that idea. There's some really great shoulder patches out there that you'll never see, like the Sharks full shark or just the fin. They could have went somewhere with that. But I like the color scheme. It kind of looks like Gordon Bombay's fucking Miami Waves jersey.
You know what? I have to say, looking at all these right now, my favorite one is Arizona.
Yeah, there's this unique for sure. I mean, I don't hate it. Yeah, it's different. It's kind of like the Tampa Bay one where they got creative in the bottom half of the jersey, which I kind of like. You don't see a lot of teams doing that.
I like that logo too. That's a cool logo.
Yeah, definitely.
So I talked to Richie on he was actually on one of our episodes not that long ago. I love the Arizona one this year. I'm a big earth tone guy, and I love that it's the color of dried Arizona clay, and then the rest of it's more of if you just took the same color and fucking had a little bit of rain hit it, it's the rest of the color of the jersey. I think it's the perfect this is Arizona, it is their color scheme. My least favorite, honestly, love Nashville. That is the wrong fucking logo. That thing is like a Chuck E. Cheese fucked up mascot without the fur on it. And yeah, I think the worst ones are Detroit and Chicago. I think that is just, a entry level graphic designer that lost their job that day.
I mean, I could have thrown that together on Canva, Benders. I mean, Jesus.
And even the Canes and the Sharks isn't great.
Well, I like the Sharks one. It's a throwback to the Golden Seals.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right. The font, honestly, the font's great. The color's cool. It's the S, and I know that's how the Seals did it. I think that the weird, like, misshapen S, just there's just so much negative space in between the bottom half of the S and the rest of the arc. It's a tough look, but it is definitely paying homage, and I think that's another. Like, you got one or two things you can do with the reverse retro: blow it out the fucking sky, or just really honor the past, and that's what they did.
Sarcastic remarks saying LA can't make a bad jersey. Sarcastic's loving the Dallas and Florida reverse retro jerseys as well. There we go.
I really wish we would have got the Dallas of the last one of the 2020 and just gave us the OG green and yellow look. That is by far one of my favorite jerseys ever.
Andrew saying, do you all like country music? I'm not a big country music guy.
Look, I don't do modern country. I do Ronnie Millsap, and I'm talking the cocaine years, the one where his album covers like this. He's like, that is a great album. I'm a big Glenn Campbell fan, and Brooks and Dunn. That's it. Maybe a little Alan Jackson, but when they get too religious, I'm fucking out of there. I like a good old school country, and that's it.
And Jack, I know you're
not really old, but
yeah, Jack, I know you're a big country music buff. So what's your top 5?
No, definitely. Yeah, just I know every single country music song, all of them.
Nice. I don't think Jack could name a single music.
No, I don't think I could name a single one. not one.
Jack, a question for you. Jack, what's your favorite color and favorite food?
Oh my God, it's like Bud the Elf.
Man, favorite food is tough because there's a lot of good food out there. I have to say Japanese food though overall.
Oof.
I love sushi so much. It is every single time my wife and I go to eat, she's like, "Okay, where do you want to go except sushi?"
If I was rich,
there you go. I have to go with blue. Amazing. Blue is the best.
If I was rich, I'd have sushi every fucking day.
Oh, me too, man.
Like I live for places that are like, we have an all-you-can-eat sushi where you have an hour and 30 minutes to eat everything on every plate you get, and I'm like, I'm fucking there.
My cat wants to join me.
Dude, we'll show off cats like fucking Pokemon. Let's go.
I love it. Fuck.
Vancouver scored. There you go.
Oh, Vancouver. There we go. What a goal. I didn't even see it. There we go. Now they scored. Who got that one? Was that Luke Shen?
Shen?
I mean, when Luke Shen's the only guy putting goals up on the board, you know you got a bit of a problem. Just saying.
So I love the way the chat's going right now. Oh, yeah. Answer this one, and then I have a question for the Canucks.
Right. Danelle saying, hey, Dylan, when you went to Shake Shack in Vegas, did you have a shake with your food? I mean, absolutely. How could you go to Shake Shack and not get a shake?
Did the Canucks just score a goal?
Yes, they
surely did.
Great timing.
Keep the cat in here. Keep him in here.
Yeah.
Let's get this game interesting. I need to lose this game, honestly.
Good luck, Kitty. Come here, Kitty.
We have a Shake Shack. Never been. I'm not a big fan of spending $30 on food.
Especially fast food. I know it is tough, but I mean, when I was going down to Vegas in the live chat, people were telling me the whole time, you gotta try Shake Shack. Gotta Shake Shack. So I did. And I gotta be honest, where I moved, we never had this on the island, Jack, but there's like a Five Guys here. Man, Five Guys is the bomb. I love Five Guys.
Yeah,
it's
I've never
expensive.
had that either.
We have that too, and I haven't had it. I just don't. I'm very frugal, and something about like I said, like if I'm looking at a menu and it's like well over $15 for just the standard combo.
If you come up here to Vancouver, you will absolutely shit yourself.
Dude, I'm gonna go to the deli and I'm gonna get a bunch of fucking sandwich meat and I'm gonna live like a Southerner, dude.
You know what? It's Vancouver, BC, and you know what BC stands for, right?
I'm sure some weed.
Bring cash, because you got to bring cash here, man. It's expensive.
Cost of living, man.
Yeah,
that's gross.
It's huge.
Guys. I live in a very apparently a lot of people find it cheap down here, but like if you live down here, it's the economy's terrible for us. People come here and they're like, it's so fucking cheap, and I'm like, I honestly wish, because because fucking a pound of shrimp is like fucking $4 right now. Like, who can live off of this?
John saying, where I'm from, the Shake Shack is the outhouse. Fair enough. You will have to use the outhouse after using Shake Shack. Danelle saying the worst reverse retros is the Blackhawks and Red Wings. They look like they copied from one another. And the Hurricanes is a copy of their away jersey in red.
Yeah, it's just boring.
Yeah. I feel like the Canes had an opportunity to do something cool, but also I have to leave it alone because they do have a stadium series this year. So maybe they have, they have the top one. They have the best fucking jersey, but they couldn't bring it out yet. So maybe they put too much cash into that one and just had to get a little drag and drop going on for Adidas.
Fair enough. 14 minutes left in this game, folks. Hey, Vancouver's picking up the shots. The shots are 28-22 now in favor of the Habs. So some offense coming out of the Vancouver Canucks.
Well, they're gonna have to keep it up, man. This is one goal is not gonna do it here.
No, I need 4 more from y'all.
Yeah, let's bring this to overtime. Why don't we?
Yeah, do what Nashville did to us.
Oh man, what an epic collapse from the Vancouver Canucks against Nashville.
That was one of the most depressing games of the season, have to say.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have a question for y'all.
Go ahead.
So I just saw him on the screen. He popped up right before the goal, and it made me think about him. How do y'all feel about Ethan Bear coming to the Canucks?
I mean, Canucks need defense, so.
Yeah, I like it. Like Jack just said, the Canucks need more defense, more NHL defensemen, because you can make an argument that at the start of the season, there was not 6 NHL defensemen on this Canucks roster. So adding Ethan Bear was necessary, but also at the end of the day, I feel like Canucks fans are wanting more than just an Ethan Bear. Like, I feel like it's not really a solution to our big problems right now. So
Ethan Bear's like what, a third pairing guy, second pairing guy on a good day?
Yeah, that's probably where you put him. So Benders, I feel like the fans like it, but it's just kind of like there's so many big problems with this team that, what's Ethan Bear going to do about it, right?
Well, yeah. I feel like he was very promising, especially right at the tail end of Edmonton. And it was unfortunate his injury, and we didn't see him at all really with the Canes, and hopefully he can make something of himself. I just feel like he might be one of those poor players that is just kind of lost to an injury and never really because his years that he was gonna definitely if he was gonna upgrade his game, it was coming, and then he got injured along with being moved from the team he's played with the most. So
yeah, he was impacted by he was out with a while with COVID too. So he's just been in and out, nothing too consistent. So yeah, Benders, like you said, maybe with the Canucks, he has a roster spot that's not really questioned right now because the Canucks defense isn't great. Maybe he picks up his game throughout the season here. All right, boys, I'll be back in a sec.
Oh man. If the Canucks are going to come back here, they're going to have to start making a push because this is not looking good. I know you're a Canadiens fan, but you gotta want at least a fair fight here, and it's not looking.
No, absolutely. Like I don't want to say if we're trying. If
oh my God!
Oh Jesus! Look at that.
That was an empty net. Oh, breakaway! Holy crap! I'm getting distracted here. Sorry, man.
No, you're good. No. It's getting exciting. But no. If this team's not a contending team, then I definitely like to see more of a close battle game where at the end of the game, win or lose, I'm that was a fucking great game. But we're not in that situation. We need to lose. As a fan base, we want to lose. We want look, we scored 4 goals. I was talking to Dylan about that earlier. This team scored 4 goals. We're good. Now we need to fucking lose this game so we can continue on, trying to get our lottery in.
Yeah.
But I just want to see a good, compelling game. If this isn't the team of when we went to the Cup, when it was just this was one of the funnest teams to watch out there. I just need them to win. Now I'm just I need them to put up points, and then I need them to fucking lose and have a great game.
I got to respect your fandom of the Canadiens. My dad's from Montreal, so that's his OG team.
There you go.
But since he moved out here, we've adopted the Canucks. And obviously, I was born out here, so Canucks are my team. But Montreal are up there among my favorites, just for my dad's sake.
Hell yeah, yeah. I'm from New Orleans. Well, right outside of it. In St. Bernard Parish. this team kind of like I watched my dad play fucking whatever NHL game was on the Sega Genesis when I was a kid. He played with the Canadiens one game, and it's like one of those like memories that I have since I was a kid. And then the Mighty Ducks, one of the kids had a Canadiens jersey, and then the Canadiens won in '93. So you just saw them in pop culture in the '90s, with like I think 2 Live Crew had a Canadiens jersey in one of their fucking videos that I wasn't, I'm like a child. I shouldn't be watching 2 Live Crew videos, but like it was just like that was the team when I was born. So like I see a lot of the shit growing up, and it just kind of stuck with me. It's a French Canadian atmosphere down here, like a big melting pot.
Yep.
And it just kind of went with it,
Yeah, man, that '93 win, that's the last time a cup came to Canada. We need one.
Yeah, I honestly, I got a buddy, Dave. He's an older guy. He's basically like my fucking second dad, from Toronto, big Canadiens fan. And every year we try to watch the playoffs together in some capacity. And it's gotten to a point where he's like, I don't give a fuck. We just need a Canadian team to run with it. Like, I will support any Canadian team that makes it to the fucking playoffs.
Man, I just saw a gray-haired Alex Burrows, and it makes me feel old. Hey, it's a goal!
Woo!
There we go. How about that? I still haven't seen it
Is
yet.
that Mikheyev?
Fuck. Sportsnet now. Like, get with the times, folks. Oh, there you go. Hogland cleaning up the trash. Love it. By the way, guys, we better lawyer up. Kale saying Dylan Bayou and DJC Friedman sued for $20,000 for not liking milk.
Well, look, man, I'm an almond milk type of guy, so I'm gonna just have to figure out a way to make that work. But I do fuck with ice cream, so like, there's got to be a loophole, like.
Well, here's the thing: as somebody who knows just a little bit about how things like that work, I'm not sure you could pull that off.
I need proof. So. You go check my trash can, man. There's a fucking, there's a couple of pints.
Here's the thing: you have to have damage in order to sue. So look, how is it hurting you if we don't like milk?
It hurts my fucking waistline. So I mean, I think I'm in the right. Like.
Yeah. Damages have been done, but on the other side. Kale, we did read your message. There we go.
Let's see what he. Oh,
Andrew saying, Dylan, see it. Like I said, Andrew, you always come back. You're a true Canucks fan, because I think probably 4 or 5 times during the stream, Andrew will say, all right, guys, I'm done. I'm out of here. See ya. 5 minutes later, back in the live chat. I love it.
True
fan. He catches us on commercial breaks, and I like that.
Yeah.
That's a true supporter.
Dylan, I do want to have this conversation about a gray-haired Alex Burrows, though. My God.
Yeah. I mean, we brought up the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals. That seems like just yesterday. Alex Burrows playing for the Vancouver Canucks, and now behind the bench, gray hair. It's weird.
It's terrifying.
Danelle saying, let me ask you guys, have you ever watched the Mighty Ducks movies, and do you watch Mighty Ducks Game Changers on Disney Plus? I have watched the Mighty Duck movies, or at least the old ones. I don't know about any.
A long time ago. I didn't know about
it was
new things.
Yeah.
Look, I fucking watch them. I don't fucking give a shit. I'm not afraid to be a child. I grew up, like I said earlier, I'm from the South. Hockey doesn't fucking exist. We had, we had this team that's a New Orleans Brass jersey. Everyone who owned or was partners with that team is in prison. It's like a Danbury Trasher situation. Actually, so honestly, the Mighty Ducks was one of like the biggest things that got me into hockey, and it's the reason why, like, to this day, it's kind of why I'm doing shit like this. Is like I didn't have the opportunity to play the game. I didn't get to see it a lot because it didn't come on television. It was like, television that made me like it. Like, and the fact that, the Mighty Ducks happened, and like Slapshot and shit like that. Like, movies made my fandom become like as ridiculous as it is. And
proves it's
honestly,
worth doing then.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not for everybody. And like the Game Changers, like I remember when it first came out last year, people were like, this is fucking whack. I like it because it's just, look, dude, like, I don't care what it is. It's good for the game. It's good for the youth. and fuck it, I don't care. I guess I'm still a child. Anything that's hockey, I'm gonna fucking watch it.
It's good attitude.
Benders, you brought up Slapshot. I don't know if you guys know this. Bruce Boudreau was actually a skater in the movie Slapshot. He's in that movie.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, he
Absolute
played for
legend.
I think the Minnesota
holding
team.
penalty. That's got to be a holding penalty.
By the way, the shots now 30-28 in favor of the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, they picked it up in the last couple minutes here.
They really have.
If that's not a holding penalty, I don't know what is.
Danelle saying, I totally agree with you. Bayou, the Mighty Ducks movies is what got me into watching hockey, so I'm right there with you. I think a lot of people in our age group, I think that's the story for a lot of people that didn't come from a hockey crazy market.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something like as simple as the Mighty Ducks will get you into a sport, which is pretty cool.
Dylan, playing hockey at recess was how we got into hockey.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, bit different for us, you know, living in Canada, we had junior hockey we could go to, you know.
Yeah, I went to lots of Clippers games back in the day.
Yeah, you know, my family was a billet for the Clippers. So, you know, we always had Clippers living at our house and stuff.
You have some crazy stories about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And see, like that's why like I feel like hockey, the market has such an ability, like they need to really, like, you know, it's like the last of like the big four in like the US as far as like the national teams, and like they got to figure out a way to market it better, like without getting into a long tangent, like us just going to like when we go on like these European trips and it's to places that already have fucking hockey, or like we should be going to like outlets that have hockey that might just, you know, then I might not be the biggest thing, or like introduce it, you know, like play a game in China, or like I don't give a fuck if we can figure out a way to do it in India, because like India's getting fucking big with it and shit.
Hey, I've heard rumors that maybe in Australia games coming up.
That'd be sick. Yeah. I heard that too. But it's for people like us and to know that like maybe not, they didn't have like the opportunity to like play it at fucking recess. We had floor hockey, and I swear to God, I would, if you wanted, if my parents were like, you know, we want him to lose a little weight, if they played fucking floor hockey every day in recess, dude, I would have fucking dropped the baby fat. Because every day we played fucking hockey, I swear to God, dude, like I left recess and gym like just soaking wet. Like,
man, I play floor hockey twice a week to this day.
COVID's really messed it up. Like when I started doing the Bayou Vendors thing, it was to like, one, I wanted to finally find a way to involve myself in my love for hockey, but it was like originally the idea was to like not bring back hockey to New Orleans, because like fucking how am I gonna fucking pitch that, you know? But at least get the community aware that there's another sport and it's fun. But like if I could get like a floor hockey thing going on around here, like, and I know that it's got to be tough, but like that's something doable. Off the fucking post, Jesus.
That was a post, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I'd love to do that. We have a couple like little just people leagues down here for other.
Man, come for a visit. We'll take you out and play.
Ask Dylan. One of our first pitches was that if I could ever afford to get out there, we were gonna. I was like, look, you got to put me on ice and just give me all pads, and we're gonna film the shit out of it. It's gonna be fun.
I'd be right there with you as a noob in ice hockey. I've never played ice hockey, so there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly haven't done much skating either. Like, I know how to skate and stuff, but to actually play ice hockey, I would just get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. Well, Dylan, you and I used to be pretty good at the floor hockey together, so.
Yeah, no, we grew up playing, you know, hockey at lunch. Actually, Jack, quickly tell the story about how they tried to take hockey away from us.
Oh man,
with the new principal at the school, and
she thought it was too dangerous. So a couple of my friends and I, we decided that we wanted to play hockey. So we went to the principal. We were like, all right, what can we do for you to let us play hockey? And she's like, all right, you get 1,000 signatures on a petition, I'll let you play hockey. And we were like, what? We were like 11, 12 years old. Yeah. She was being sarcastic. We didn't know that. So the next day, there was a big track meet at our school. And I went around with a clipboard and I legit got like 800 signatures. Wow. And the principal like got so pissed, and like I had to go for a meeting in the office, and like they're all pissed off at us and trying to get us in trouble for this. And I was like, you told us to do this.
And she went for like a 4-week stress leave after that too.
Yeah, like it was ridiculous.
Wow.
That was hilarious. But
That's
we
a
ended up
sick
being able to
story.
play hockey, so there you go.
Yep. Good
Hell
times.
yeah, man. I remember during Hurricane Katrina, I had to go live in Houston, Texas for a little bit, and I went to like a very wealthy middle school, and it was a terrible experience. But I remember that they played fucking hockey, and I loved it. And I was like, you know what, this is probably the only good thing about this. And but these kids were all shit at it, and I was so confused because I was like, they play so much, like they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. And maybe they just they didn't care about it, but like I just kind of floated one from like the other side of the rink, and it just we were using a ball, and it just bounced right in the goal, and everybody thought I was the fucking shit, and I was just like, well, if no one's gonna stand in front of the net, I'm just gonna keep fucking lobbing them over there. Like I'm gonna get a couple goals eventually. Like,
oh, nice block. Damn.
Yeah,
Canucks
5
are really
minutes
turning
left
it
in this
on
game.
here.
Sorry, go ahead, Jack.
Oh, the Canucks are just turning it on in the last couple minutes, and it's if they could do this over 60 minutes, they might win a couple hockey games. But
That's the thing with this team. They cannot put a single goddamn 60-minute performance together. Even in the
No.
games that they've won, it wasn't a full 60 minute. You
so
know?
you just get like little patches of explosions like this where they just
Yeah.
This is
look at
disgusting.
this.
Oh, that was gross.
Kirby Doc, man.
That was terrible.
All right. I still haven't seen it yet, so I'm still waiting. Goddamn Sportsnet now. Like, what am I going to do with you?
You know, honestly, I am so happy ESPN Plus is here.
Man,
Because I used to
Ben,
have
what
to
time is
watch
it
it.
down there?
It's 9:06.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So I used to have to watch this shit stream. I used to have to pirate it through Sportsnet, and it was miserable trying to do streams and do this. I'm like, everyone's like, goal.
Yeah. Man, that was a snipe though. Got to give it to him.
Yeah, it was. We talked about it when I came on. I was so upset that we lost Romanov, but I did not imagine Kirby Doc would be this amazing as a fan.
Man, I don't know how much you know about Russian history, but I thought it was pretty damn funny when the Canadiens had Romanov and Kulak playing together on a line.
No, I don't know much about. Oh,
Wait, why is that funny, Jack? Tell everybody that's watching.
God, because the Romanovs were the Russian imperial family,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and the Kulaks were the scapegoats that the Bolsheviks hated when they kicked out the Romanovs. So having the Kulak and the Romanov playing together on a line was just really strange.
Every goal that goes in, he just looks at Kulak. He's like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Even if it was his fault. Even if it was Romanov's fault. Love it.
I hope he's doing good with the Islanders. He was fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Benders, walk us through, like, when that trade happened for Kirby Doc, what was the general consensus for Canadiens fans? Were they happy about it, or what was it like?
You know, a lot of fans, and I think it's fucked up because you never really got to see like a lot of time with Romanov because his first year here, they really left him kind of like the Shane Wright situation going on right now, where he's playing like little to no minutes. If he makes a mistake, he's off. Instead of he needs as much ice time as he can with a team that's okay, you know. Because the more ice time, the better he's going to get, at least in my opinion. He's going to get more chances, more experience. And instead, it was like if he did one wrong thing, that's it. You're fucking done. You're not playing anymore tonight. And then they, you know, he was expected to be a pretty good offensive defenseman as well.
Right.
And they never gave him opportunities to do that. And you can see like Dom Ducharme really was just like, no, you're never going to do that. The most you're going to get is just like a shot from the blue line in hopes of a deflection or a rebound. So when it happened, I think a lot of fans had already given up on him or just like kind of fell into like not having your own opinion, just kind of going with the flow of like the popular Habs, you know, guys on Twitter. which I think is unfortunate because he was an exceptional player. He was fun to watch, and I mean, he's an explosive guy. I mean, the Canadiens, at least the guys like the people our age, and even Mason, because Mason grew up when he was a little kid with Subban and stuff like that. So like to have an explosive defenseman that's just laying body and it's nasty hits to have on this team. And this is a team that got pushed around a little bit, and we really until Arbor Jacki, we haven't really had someone that is like, look, you play with one of our guys, he's got no problems, fixing it for you. So it was fun to see a guy like that. And when we lost him, it hurt me. But then moments later, we were like, yeah, we got the 13th pick for him. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Kirby Dach was involved in it. I was like, you know what? I don't know what Kirby Dach's capable of with his wrist being as fucked up as it was during the World Juniors. But now it's just, I don't want to say it's just another thing of history, but I like where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of the young players for the Montreal Canadiens, so I think they're going in the right direction. And Kirby Dach, former 3rd overall pick. I'm just surprised that the Blackhawks gave up on him like that.
Are you though? Like, are you? Chicago gives away for the past, since we were like teenagers, like 18 years old. That has been the Chicago way.
Fair enough.
We're going to win some cups, and then we're going to get rid of everyone that is going to lead us in the future.
Yeah, Benders, we grew up, like, our peak fandom for the Canucks was, like, right when the Blackhawks peaked, and they were just beating down on the Vancouver Canucks.
Oh.
Man, but Jack, we have some
Dragon.
sour feelings about the Blackhawks.
The Dragon.
Yes. The Slay of the Dragon. What the most famous Canucks call, I'd say. Would you agree with that, Jack?
Yeah, I would say so. That was the hurdle that we thought that we had to get over for real, and it turned out it was the first hurdle. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yep. Flashbacks to 2011. What a year. What a year.
Man, I remember really clearly the Chicago series, and I remember really clearly the San Jose series, but I don't remember the Nashville series pretty much at all.
It's funny because I don't really remember that one either. And it was a tight series. I think it was 6 games.
Yeah, it was 7 games, 6 games, 5 games, and then 7.
Yeah, you had Suter and Weber on the back end in their peak for Nashville. But yeah, I agree. I don't really remember that series much. Obviously, BXO with the stanchion goal. I mean, you'll never forget that one. Against the San Jose Sharks, and the Boston series. I mean, I've kind of deleted that from my memory, to be quite honest.
Yeah, all I remember are the last 5 minutes in that Mediterranean shop.
Yeah. Call Me Chun Li said, "Ayo, who scored for the Canucks?" Not that it really matters. Yeah, Hoglander for the Canucks. Nice to see Hoglander back on the scoreboard.
Well, they dropped this one, man. They dropped it.
There you go. Montreal Canadiens take this game 5-2. Vancouver Canucks fans, I mean, I don't know how you can be happy with this performance. I'd say the Canucks came out to play for, 15 minutes tonight. And that's about it.
Something honestly. Like that. Maybe the last couple minutes of the third there.
With a struggling team like that, when you see them do that, because I saw it last year like a lot. When you see that, you get so upset because you're just like, you guys turn the game on and you look great. How are you not doing this the entire game? Like how is it clicking at this one moment?
Yeah.
When it could, what was going wrong earlier?
No, exactly. And man, this Canucks team just continues to frustrate us. I mean, Benders, we were talking about 2011. It seems like those were the last meaningful games that the Canucks have played. It's been it's been almost a decade here. I mean, I think 2014 was when we had the Canucks and Flames series. I mean, that was, a good series. But after that, there's been really no playoff hockey outside of the bubble.
They haven't made it past the first round in whoever knows how long.
Yeah, another loss here against the Canadiens. And, Benders, no disrespect to the Canadiens, but for the Vancouver Canucks, these are the kind of games that you need to win if you want to make it back. You gotta pick up wins against the bottom half of the league in the standings, and a team like the Canadiens beating up on you 5-2. I think it might show the Canucks that they're far away from being a competitive team here.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't mean tough teams like that. You should be able to beat teams like this. So
Elias, thanks for jumping on.
That's how you save your job.
Yeah. 2015 was the Flame series. 2014 we missed and Gillis got fired and came back and came in the GOAT and Jim Benning. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the current management's putting their stamp of approval on Jimbo's build, so there you go.
That's what I keep saying. You know, when all you've done is made a couple of free agent signings like Mikheyev, and he's been great, by the way, but still, like Jack said, you're putting the stamp of approval on Jim Benning's team. You're saying there just needs to be a few tweaks.
Reach will fly. Freaking famous last words, man.
And yeah, exactly. And now, you know, look at the standings. The Canucks are right at the bottom. Yeah, Elias, 100% sarcastic on Jim Benning. Yeah, no, I assume so. I assume so.
Boys, either that or you have a hole in your head.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Benders, that was a good game for your Canadiens.
Yeah, but like we said earlier, you know, I need these guys to get in the rhythm, but we need them to lose. But it was a great game. I'm proud. I'm happy. And kind of like, you know, piggyback on what I said earlier, it is tough watching this team because they're playing such a fun and enjoyable game to watch. But as a fan base, we're not there yet to where we can compete. So it's in our you know, better judgment to not win as many games. But they've just been playing a fun brand of hockey and all these young kids are getting the ice time, and it's how do you not love that, you know?
I know you mentioned it earlier, but it was before I hopped on. The Juraj Slivkovsky suspension. What do you think?
I think it's fair, honestly. What he got, like 2 games. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a little more, especially like with Anderson doing basically, you know, the same type of hit.
Yeah.
He's a young guy. He needs to learn that he can't, you know, that's a dangerous play, and he should know that. Just being a hockey player, I think it wasn't like I'm gonna fucking run this dude. It just happened, but it's good for him to see the consequences early on, and maybe we see him pull back on something like that again. But also, it comes with his strength. Like I know he knows how fucking strong he is, but like they had that someone tried to hit him in the Minnesota game not the most recent one, the previous one, and he like unintentionally reverse hit this dude to the floor, and he just didn't move at all. And I feel like Slafkovsky's so fucking strong, he might not realize just how strong he is because he hasn't been in this league long enough to see where he is, you know, in strength wise. And I think it gets the best of him every now and then, and it's a tough hit, but it's good on the league to kind of nip that in the bud and be like, look, we don't do that, you know.
Jacob guessed the right score. Yeah, you predicted 5-2 for the Canadiens. So there you go. Rachel, what's up? Jumping in at the end of the stream here. It's been another lackluster performance from the Canucks. It's been a fun stream, though. It's been a fun one. Bayou, thanks for jumping on. Jack, thanks for jumping on as well. You know, we got some Canadiens fans in the live chat with Benders, and then, you know, me and Jack bring our Canucks fandom in here. It's slowly dying off. I feel like I give less of a shit about this Canucks team now. Like for crying out loud, let's see one 60-minute performance, please.
Yeah, that's the depressing part, man. If we saw some more effort out of these guys, if we could see like Miller get into the positive plus minus, like I really think that's a big problem. You know, like it's great that Horvat scored a couple goals, but it's just not enough.
I will say, though, Horvat on an absolute tear, 12 goals in, I believe, 14 games now. 13?
Well, he's got 13 on the season, doesn't he?
Does he have 13 on the season? You might be right. But, I mean, he's having a hell of a year. And it begs the question, do the Canucks trade Bo Horvat while his stock is super high?
Well, they missed out on trading Besser, and I feel like that ship sailed.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, Jack, I mean, I'm sure we'll discuss this on our next week's episode for the Canucks Weekly podcast, you know. Will Bo Horvat maybe be traded, maybe someone else? Again, I feel like changes need to happen here. I really do.
We've been saying since the start, man, since that first, 5-game losing streak, it was 6 games. I don't even know now. We need a shake-up trade. We need there were some overtime losses in there too, or whatever it was.
Right.
We need a blockbuster trade. We need a shake-up. don't talk to me about firing Bruce. Like that's not going to solve any problems. Like that's not the problem with the team. The problem with the team is the team, not the coach.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about that right before you came on. Is that I thought that Bruce hasn't been here long enough to even have that type of effect. This isn't the team. This is still the team that he's like renting. Like he hasn't had much say in it.
We're not even a quarter into this season.
He's not doing like Dom Ducharme and just like playing Caulfield on the wrong side and like shit like that. Like it's not his schemes that are fucking up as much as it just needs to be like a shakeup of the team itself.
Yeah, I think it's just clear that this particular group of players isn't working together. So you got to do something, right? You got to do something.
Shake it up. And as Canucks fans, you got to kind of take a chapter in our book, and you're going to say goodbye to a lot of fucking fan favorites. But if your GM can pull it off, you can get a good pick and like a pretty sick guy who's just needing a new place.
Tank for Bedard, baby. That's what we're all about.
Absolutely.
As we were saying earlier, though, Bedard's tanking for us.
Exactly. He's dropping in the standings or in the rankings.
Is he really?
Yeah. So assuming the Canucks get last overall and then lose the draft lottery horribly, we'll still draft Bedard
and pick 5th overall. Yeah. That's how it goes. All right,
that'd
boys.
This
has been a fun stream. Before we log off, though, Benders, give another shout out to your podcast.
Absolutely. If y'all enjoyed any of my ignorance, you can listen to us at Habs Nightly. We are on Twitter at Habs Nightly, and myself is at Bayou Benders. Like, follow, subscribe, listen, give us a 5-star rating. It's very appreciated. It's been a pleasure, honestly.
Yeah, it's been fun. And guys, I told you this would happen. Andrew's back. I'm back, guys. Right as we're about to leave. Big shout out to everybody that jumped on this live stream. I mean, this was a lot of fun. Canucks fans, I'm sorry. Another loss. What are we going to do?
Dylan,
Canadians, go ahead, Jack.
Before we log off, I have a couple things to say.
Okay, go right ahead.
Big announcement. I haven't even told Dylan this yet, but we're going to have a little Canuck joining us. My wife is pregnant.
Holy shit.
Oh,
holy shit. That's awesome.
That's great.
Congrats, man. That's incredible.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that, and I wanted to let you guys know on stream.
That's unreal. That's unbelievable.
Congratulations,
awesome.
bud.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, it's a trip. I mean, 2011, we were still in high school. We were graduating high school, watching the Canucks, and now Jack is having a little Canuck. It's crazy. Time flies.
There it is.
There you go. Andrew is saying, Jack, you are so good. There you go.
Well, thank you.
There we go. We got some congrats for Jack.
Thank
Congratulations, you. Jack. That's awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
There we go. So we're gonna have 3 members now in the Canucks Weekly podcast. I love it.
There it is.
Nice.
All right, guys, this has been fun. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we jump off of here? I mean, I think that's pretty good news to end off the stream on.
That is, yeah. That's what I was thinking, man. With the depressing season so far, we need some good news in our lives.
There you go. All right, thanks everybody for jumping on. Benders, thanks for jumping on. Jack, congrats. Everybody, thanks for watching us on the THPN YouTube channel. I think Grant is going to be back either tomorrow or the next day doing a live stream, so check him out. But we're out of here. Good night.
Good night.